said you can't wait for City to be expelled from the league. I don't think it's going to happen. Don't worry. I recorded a video on it yesterday. I don't think they're going to get expelled, but I have now, at this point in my life, I have read like all of the stuff. Like I've read all of the charges and everything. And it is a lot. They're getting charged with a lot. They're getting charged with essentially just non-compliance with every aspect of financial due diligence in the league. Basically, my guess is point reduction. I think they get a big point reduction, and they can't go into Europe and stuff. So TLDR is a lot of paperwork, a lot of different clauses in the Premier League rules that they have broken. A lot. Hey, thank you to Random John for the 27 months and the conversation topic. Nugget, thank you so much for the Prime. Guaminator, thank you for the Prime. And Izar Kralik, thank you for the Tier 1. Hey, Zealand, please donate some money. The earthquake in Turkey, please. Did that be through Hassan's thing? I'll look into that. I know Hassan was the one that figured out a way to raise money and get it to an actual Turkish charity that was like able to do stuff on the ground, because apparently that was like really hard to do. I don't understand the logistics of the actual money raising. But he raised like, it's like $500,000 or something in a day, 500 and change. Came up on my Twitter at some point. We spent an hour yesterday talking about this. Let's do some trends. Do we spend an hour yesterday talking about City? That doesn't sound right. I would love to see City playing in the EFL Trophy, though. That'd be awesome. That would be awesome. As a United fan, they should be demoted. Completely unbiased opinion, by the way. Dude, the guy... Oh... The story is great. The story is great. I'm really excited for the video. He raised like 570 grand, dude. That is pro level Good Samaritan moves right there. That's tremendous. Here's a plan. We all sell our souls. We sell them so City get hammered by the FA and Pep quits and takes the US national team job. That's our goal. To get Pep Guardiola on the U.S. national team. FFP is bull. Low key, here's my opinion, right? I am a guy on the internet, and here is my opinion. The FFP, the unintentional side effect of the FFP is keeping leagues marginally more financially healthy. The FFP was instituted because traditionally big clubs were afraid of losing power to incredibly wealthy owners in small clubs. That's my theory. It makes sense. The FFP is designed to preserve a good old boys club at the top of the game. Obviously, if you look at it that way, it's very obvious. But and I think the unintentional side effect of that is that it actually leads to more financial health. But instituting FFP quite literally makes it illegal to spend at the same level that other clubs spend at regularly because they have institutions that allow them to, right? It's now 672K. That's awesome. Why are we nervous for transfers today? Are we getting a new team? Dude, I love streamers using charity, right? We're doing one on Friday. Look at that transition. We're doing the South Bronx United stream on Friday from 4 to 6 p.m. New York time, which is going to be awesome. And if we raise the $8,000 to help build these kids some computers, then I will get a really stupid haircut. Probably end up with frosted tips or shaving my head, which nobody wants to see that. So I can't believe I'm saying this. I would probably rather have frosted tips. How many Wonder Kids are we signing today? All of them. Speaking of which. Morindor, thank you so much for the tier 3, dude. Appreciate the 20 months. 20 months already since I started playing FM and finding you on YouTube and Twitch. A few thousand hours the game later, we're here. That's... I'm literally reading it at the same time. So I was just doing some light reading. Don't mind me. I was just doing some light reading. Don't mind me at all. I just said bald will be that. Yeah, the Zidane haircut would be an option in there. Horrifying as that may be. What do I think of the Zaniolo transfer? Yeah, interesting. I get it. He wants regular playing time, 35 million release clause, right? He's going to Turkey. Hopefully, he's assuming it's going to be like a year, maybe even 6 months. Then he bounces out again. Oh yeah, Sutton got absolutely screwed. So we should have been first. Sutton United should have been second. They ended up in 12th. They had 11 less points than they should have had. So Sutton did get screwed worse than us. But also just seeing us at the top of the XG table, not a great way to make yourself feel better. The OG Ronaldo haircut's not on the list because I literally can't do it. We're going to vote on the list, but the OG Ronaldo haircut cannot be on there. Roach goals versus XG. Oh, we can look at that. We can actually look at that. We go player, forwards, physical output. No. You get goal output. He's not even on the list. There he is, James Roach. That's goals per 90 minutes. We need scoring, right? Which is conversion rate. Honestly, his conversion rate not that bad. We're in seven hells. That's Sheldon. That's Ford. Where is Roach, dude? Oh, he's over here. Oh, his conversion rate is... Oh, man, it's 8.89%. That's pretty bad. His conversion rate is 8.89. Hey, he's a freaking hero. He is a hero. Oh, choose match? No, come on, man. Oh, he had a goal in that match. What am I looking for? That. He had 18.5 XG. This dude does not take penalties, by the way. 18.5 XG, 12 goals. Scored multiple direct free kicks, which would be low XG conversions as well. Kirky, thank you so much for the year. Appreciate it. Is Sheldon leaving? Probably. Alfsey, thank you so much for the 3 months. He had 18.5 XG, no pens, and 2 direct free kick goals and 12 goals. So dribbly, though. Yeah, he is. He had 90 dribbles. 90 dribbles made in 38 appearances in Skybet League 2. 30 starts, 8 off the bench. Rotations wild. He is the dribbliest boy. Is there? I'd like to. Is there a way to see the stats? Everybody on the team, you know, who had the most XG? Jimmy Roach had the most XG. All right, he had 22.28 all comps and 16 goals. Trey Lucas had 15 and 15 goals. Shaq Ford outscored his XG. He had 13 goals and 11 XG. Prince Henry was 10 for 10. Sheldon had 12 goals and 9. Beachy had 12 goals and 8.81. He was still awful, though, this year most of the time. Kelly had 8 goals and 5.8 XG, which is nice. Big Shaq, the only forward outscoring the XG right now. Lee Kavanaugh outscored his XG. Jacob Wright did. Alfie Doy did. Ferdinand Oko did. Barely. 2 goals down here from Dylan Kaji on 0.11 XG. That's what I'm talking about right there. Dribbles per 90? Oh, it's all Jimmy Roach. Over 3 dribbles per 90 in league play. Tackles per 90? Daniel Watts actually had the most. Charlie Whitaker had 2.82. Jack Roberts was there. Balling out. Dribbles per 90. Dermy Lasala had 2.12 dribbles per 90. Would not have guessed that. Are you in League One? Yeah, we are. We always finish third, dude. Every year of this save but one, we have finished third. And it's all we need. Powering up to League One like it's our job. I'd continue. Beautiful. Big Merm, thank you so much for the 15 months, dude. Appreciate it. Trey had the best shots to goals, though. Trey Lucas and Prince Henry are bona fide poachers. Like, they play advanced forward, but they are the only thing they do well is score. Hope you get third in your first season of the Prim, too. Oh, I do. We will, obviously. Snowden was... No shot. He got flagged as the best transfer. Shaq Ford, who we paid actual money for, I think was worth it. Real shame he couldn't play in those last couple of matches. I think if Shaq Ford's not suspended for those last 3 matches, we're probably winning the league there.
Thanks for all you do to enhance my FM experience, Zed.
You got it. Benedictus, thank you for the 9 months. Glad I could be of assistance. The promise of Sheldon's about to expire. I know, but he's already said he's exploring his options. So we're curious to see if Sheldon, like, is going to leave or no. Yeah, reputation hasn't changed yet. I get it. I want to see Lucas. Trey Lucas. Then Kelly, Whitaker, Roach, and Oko. Trey Lucas was our highest selling. Okay. All right, I really hope we can get to some sort of national, let's watch Goal of the Year. Some sort of national recognition would be freaking awesome, by the way. Something. This is Goal of the Year, Ferdinand Oko, who only scored 3 goals all season. I think it should have been Beachy, but you know what? Whatever. It's hard to argue with that. I mean, that is a dime. That's an abs. Just have to give me a little sit-down right there, right? That is a dime. But we had a couple of brilliant goals so far. Only 59% attendance. Yeah, we don't actually pack the stands. We also just expanded our stadium going into that year. Is that young Sheldon? Yes. Transfer deadline in Azerbaijan in 2 days. You think you should start some rumors in Azerbaijan? Yeah, I'm on it. Oh, dude. Oh, what is that one club's name? Oh, no. Oh, it's going to bother me now. Karabag. Thank you. Karabag. They're always in the European competitions. Embarrassing. 2-time manager of the month. Ford, Lucas, Roach. Sheldon really wasn't in the team of the year. Kelly, Wright, Snowden, Wood, Kwanzaa, Doi, Lazala. Player of the season, Patrick Kelly. He was also young player of the season. Snowden was signing of the season. Top goal scorer was Jimmy Roach at just 16 goals. Those couple of late goals this season. He was the top goal scorer. Jacob Wright had the most assists in the whole season at 12. Most player of the match awards. Ford had 5. Kelly had the highest rating. Most passes completed per 90. Always a funny guy. It's Farino this time. Youngest ever player, Landry Kanate, the loanee from Arsenal. And then Josh Keeley was the highest transfer fee received at $300,000. Manager timeline. Yeehaw, brother. Saddle up. Mert Van Mary, thank you for the 14 months.
Hi.
We've added more casual fans. Boo! 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 It's all about the hardcore! Right, we play attacking soccer, make the most of set pieces, play counter-attacking, and play direct. We've developed the whole club culture here. Filthy casuals. We did add 5.8K followers on social media, so we're now at 23.6K when they're clearly just referencing Twitter, I think. Twitter and Instagram right there. Wow, we really have to take the core. Why couldn't we just get rid of families? Negotiate. Can I please get rid of that? All right, I can't. I tried to negotiate this out before. Like, I'm the one. I can't. There's no point to the negotiation. I'm the one that's created the freaking thing. Okay, attempt to avoid relegation is our goal. We're going to be in a position to avoid the relegation battle. Oh, that's too ambitious. Looking to next season, I'm confident we can avoid relegation. I assure you will all be given the chance to come back and help us avoid getting involved in the next relegation battle. You won't. There will be major changes. Half of you will be dead at this time next year. What? What did he say? Half of you will not be here. Like, span the stadium, the casuals swoop in. We've ruined the game, really. You're right. TikTok videos, Taunton Town, underrated. You're making that TikTok video? Because we are underrated. Hunger, yeah. All right, one of you will be on the team next season. That's not true. Patrick Kelly will be here for sure. There's so many options. I'm going to take a few months to mention that over the offseason, we'll be forced into making some changes to the squad to help us turn a profit. I can assure you all that's nothing personal. We haven't done a good enough job playing in the style we're supposed to. We got promoted. You've all done very well to adopt their style of play, and I'm confident that when you come back in the preseason, we can improve things further. You've done brilliantly to get us promoted. We're probably going to come back down. I'm going to give you the best chance of avoiding relegation by bringing in some new faces. You've done brilliantly to go up, but we all know we're in for a tough season. I want you all to know I'll be sticking with you. Now, I'm going to bring in new faces. I'm certainly very pleased that you'll be adding to the squad. It worked! Except for Akbari, but who cares? It worked, chat. Let's go. We just told them we were going to sign players, and they were like, yeah, we need to. Just like sassing everybody else in the room, like, yeah, we need to sign new players. There's no way we're going to be able to do this. Prince Henry has struggled for playing time. It's probably the best idea to put him on the transfer list. No. Welcoming period had a positive effect on Charlie Whitaker. You don't say. He scored like my favorite goal I've ever seen. A 6.5. Time to yell at him for his match ratings, even though the season is over. Keep working hard to improve, Trey. Sorry you were supplanted as the club golden boot winner by Jimmy Roach right at the end there. Keep an eye on the playoffs, see if Shrewsbury make it. Yeah, no, we get, because we're in the league. The board and chairperson Kevin Stamley announce on this day, the 11th of May, 2027, that Taunton Town will be seeking to construct a new stadium for the enjoyment of the masses and the peacocks. Thank you. Direct any questions to our esteemed manager. We're building a new stadium. The old Wordsworth Drive is on the chopping block right after being upgraded, but now that we're going into League One, they probably correctly assume we're going to need to build a bigger ground. The McCooty Dome? Oh, dude. It's like the Thunderdome, but with Nick McCooties. So much debt. Yeah, I know. I'm in a healthy financial situation, so the English, like, in order for us to become a proper English club, we need to find a way to erase our healthy financial situation and go into crippling debt. And we're just trying to keep up with the Joneses, really. Stacks, thank you for the 13 months. See, since we're in the competition, we should get pop-ups with the playoff. If we don't, then we'll go back and look at it. Please check your text. If this is about Isle's message, I did see that. What time's your appointment today? 3:30. I'm locked in. Hey, Lasala adapts his game to a right-wing role. Yeah, they still haven't played. Okay. Fair enough. He acknowledged it now. Yes, I just need to remember to do that. That's the next thing. You just build an unsustainable business and wait for the oil barons to come to town. I'm so excited. Oh my God. Was the club reputation update at the end of the season? Yeah, it will. Jack Roberts handed the Welsh under-20 call-up. We've appreciated Jack Roberts this season. We're going to miss our lone boys. Roberts. Landry was huge. Ben Beachy changed lives out there. What a composed individual in front of goal. Billy Vigor with an offer from Hednesford. Ben Jack. Oh, that's the other guy. Yeah, see, I don't really care about him. All right, I'm just going to browse. I keep remembering to do it. So IL has really requested this. So Roach had non-penalty XG per 90 minutes. Was actually 4th in the league for non-penalty XG per 90. It's pretty good. He had 0.6 non-penalty XG per 90. Who's the outlier? That would be Holland. This guy had 0.6 expected assists per 90, but only 0.1 expected goals per 90. Creativity, forwards. Roach. Goals per 90, down. Non-penalty XG, yes. Key passes, dribbles, and progressive passes made per 90, though. Jimmy Roach was a beast. He just can't score, dude. He underscored his XG by 0.22 per 90 minutes. 0.22 per 90 minutes. He was underscoring his XG. They're evaluating the youth players. Why? Why are you trying to sign the youth players? New scouting budget introduced. $38,000. We are going to run through that. All right, you guys ready to do this? Because we're doing this. We call it the process, okay? The process. And we are going to do the process. All right? Liverpool won, by the way, by a point over City. Liverpool won the league. Brennan Johnson and Che Adams were two of the top 3 scorers, and Southampton finished 7th. So take it all with a grain of salt. But process. These are the freaking grayed out players. The heck is wrong with you, man? Oh, Raíz lads. With a goal to the U18 side. Find what in the white suburban mom name is this? Excuse me. Bylie. Prem rejects tracker thing. Bayleaf. It's Leif Erikson's son. I knew it. Oh, Joe Ahmed. See, we'll just get everybody. Joel Matip's on the dang thing again, dude. Why are they always trying to get rid of Joel Matip? He's retiring. Totally fair. Joe Ahmed. Who's interested in you? Preston, Northern, Yeovil, Scarborough. That dude's definitely good. Christopher Klein. I had him pegged for Bosnia and Herzegovina. Oh, he was born in Bosnia and Herzegovina and also has German citizenship. I love a good curveball like that. Santiago Arancibia. Bailey Sarcevic. Dude, he's got good teams interested in him too. This guy's definitely good. Bailey Sarcevic, definitely a good player. Locking in on Bailey Sarcevic. Allie, thank you for the 2 months. You ready? We're going to find our superstars of the future here.
Over Zoom today. They didn't find it even remotely funny.
That's a shame. You should explain to them the concept of remote humor. So they don't usually have a lot of inter-contract guys, and then here they are with a lot of inter-contract guys. Why is George Murray Jones here? What on earth is George Murray Jones doing?
Remember when plastic surgery was a taboo subject? Now, when somebody mentions Botox, nobody raises an eyebrow.
It's harsh but fair. Harsh but fair. Scofier, thank you for the 18 months. I'm going A-. That was good. That's an A-. That was good stuff. Nobody raises an eyebrow. Didn't specify why. Nobody raises an eyebrow. Hakan Şilaneli. I haven't had a good Turkish player in a few years. I'd love to have just one. That would be what we could do. You'd like donate $100 for every time the Turkish player scores. Something fun like that. Where? Give me those guys. Newcastle's finished third, and fifth so far. Their reputation has now gone full 5, like everything. Norman UK, thank you so much for the prime. Oh my God, dude, you're right. I forgot we're not just looking at the U18s anymore. That is the actual, like, number 10 for the Turkish national team, who we have absolutely no chance of getting. And yet, he's on our list. So to say the chance is absolute 0 would be disingenuous. We have a chance. All right, add these guys. Bada bang. Oh, Jorginho. Don't think we need to add Jorginho, honestly. Just add these guys up. Danny Graham, frickin' sure. You never know who wants to go play League One ball. Especially, we've entirely changed our pay bracket. We've entirely changed our pay bracket. We've doubled our wage budget after the promotion, so we have the opportunity to fund a lot more extravagant signings than I think we would otherwise try to go for. Tottenham Hotspur. Hotspur? Who's Hotspur? All right, you guys go on the lesser short list, and then
Some
these guys
people
go
can't
on the greater
distinguish
short
between
list.
etymology and entomology. They bug me in ways I can't put into words.
Do they now? George, do they? Do they really? Are you bugged? Are they bugging you? I'm gonna go with Danny Ings is retiring. We've lost a great one. I'd love to lock in on Danny Ings. Just poach him from Villa. Nice try. You didn't expect Taunton Town, but you should have. You weren't familiar with our game, and it shows, man. It really does. Get rid of all the people that are like already moving, that are entirely unrealistic, and then lock in on everybody else. And we build out our entire short list like this. United finished 10th. Football Manager hates Manchester United. Confirmed. Confirmed. But thank you. And Merceri with the 5. Gifted. Oh, Merceri, thank you so much for the 5 gifted. Thank you, thank you. And thank you for making 5 people's days. Be sure to say thank you if you got a gifted sub from Merceri. Manners, everybody. Enjoy the bacon, enjoy the emotes. Notorious Gaming, thank you for the 2 months. Hello, Z. Hope you're well. I hope you're well. Thanks for being here. Marcino Araziak, thank you for the 5 months. Andy Boo, thank you for the tier 1. Thanks for being part of this elite online gaming community. One day I'm just, Christian Eriksen, do we add him? Yes. I too can afford $10 million a year. Of course. They finished 10th. They finished 10th. Do you know what the world would look like if Manchester United finished 10th? How absolutely insane every Manchester United fan would be going. Oh, Ben Davies and Dele Alli? Yes, please. Oh, Dele Alli redemption arc in League One right now. Beautiful, better, lovely. No, I mean, like, Manchester United, I don't think its fan base is equipped to be able to emotionally accept. Like, if you're a Man United fan in the chat right now, imagine you in 10th. Like, you finishing in 10th. Just not even close. Like, what was the point total? Yeah, 10 points off of 7th. Just absolutely. No, we did the right short list. You freaked me out there. Yeah, I did the right short list. All right. It was close last season. We could get rid of a lot of PSG-esque fanboys. Ooh. Yeah, but the problem is, we just talked about this. If you get rid of your PSG-esque fanboys, right? Say you're Manchester United, you're like, well, I want to lose the casuals. If you lose the casuals, then the amount of money you can spend because of FFP goes down rather significantly. Because your club's income is going to be lower, right? And so, in a sense, you should be recruiting the casuals so that you're able to spend more money when it comes to transfers and stuff. You understanding what I'm saying, right? You want your club to have a bunch of fair weather fans that are fans of your club because it's a big club with history or whatever. Right? Like, you want a bunch of Americans to be like, you know, glory, glory, Man United, right? Like, you want that because then that gives you more money to spend based off of FFP. Frustrated? Is that what that means? No, leaving on a free transfer. To who? Oh, he's just decided. He's declared it to the world that he will be leaving on a free transfer. Well, you know what? I'll be waiting. I'll be sitting here happy to consider a transfer, okay? I'll be sitting here minding my own business, waiting for you. Come on, darling, don't you want to play for Taunton Town? All right, we've done this the last couple of seasons. Honestly, this is the reason why our team is so good, or is able to be good enough to continue to get these promotions. We exploit players being released from the Premier League for labor, essentially. And we try and find the ones that get really sad because they don't sign for a team. This is where Roach came from. He was West Ham Academy. This is where Sheldon came from. Can't even remember what academy he was from. I know Roach was West Ham. Honestly, a surprising amount of players on our team don't come from this system. But feature stars and obviously guys that make a huge difference for us do come from it. Jack Harrison's negatory. Negatory, brother. Negatory. End of contract. Nathan Giblin. It's not bad. Not good. Stoke. U18s. One guy. Sam Bastar. How's it feel to be the only one on the entire team whose contract's not being renewed? Do you feel that, like, in your soul? Do you feel judged? Do you feel like you're not good enough? Good! Maybe you'll take less money. Awesome. Great work, everybody. I hope the City video's coming out soon. 3 days from now? 4 days from now? But yes. We're getting better at turning, quick, we're getting better at turning quick deals. We're getting better at turning quick videos, but I had some editors already working on some other stuff, so the fastest we could get it out was like 3-4 days. Scouting strategy is emotional. Yeah, my entire scouting strategy is emotional manipulation. 100%. JC, thank you for the prime, by the way. And Double Matsala. I see you out there with the gifted sub. Thank you. Where do we finish? Third, dude. Hey, Zealand. Hey, chat. Back again today. What have I missed so far this stream? We just went through and added all the people being released by Premier League clubs. Kind of par for the course right now. And now what we should do, we should start trialing our way through them. Got to keep we've signed one guy for actual money. Right, we've signed one guy for actual money. That's a bid, a free bid. He's wanted by 20. This kid's God. He's God. Why did I agree to that? I'll give you Impact subplank. Oh, minimum fee release clause, no. Relegation release clause, actually $0. Yearly salary raise, promotion salary raise. And non-promotion release clause is $250. I have no idea how good this guy is. But 25 people are interested in him, and I don't want to be left out. All right, so we're just going. Okay, so Danny Graham, give me a report on Danny Graham. Okay. I had FOMO. I had serious FOMO, and I didn't like it, and I want... Right, okay. So... Oh, now you're all interested. Teo, do you want to freaking play for me now? Huh? If you freaking take this... If you friggin' League Bay. Oh, I can't believe this guy's not on the team. But we can't get him a work permit. He's just like floating in the ether. All right, let's do this alphabetically. Okay, we're going to go Bournemouth down to Fulham. How many people is that? 25? Perfect. Unable to offer trials to a couple of them. That's fine. Most of these guys will say no anyways. The actual players, the clubs are 100% saying yes, except for Ali Southam. So we're going to go ahead and throw a scout towards Ali Southam. Oh, they all said yes. Wow, we are cool now, guys. We're a very cool club. Corbino said yes. Oh, we're going to have a Canadian beast in League One. Teo Corbino is way better than that in real life. Why are you so bad? Danny, brother, why are you bad, bro? Bruh, why you bad, bruh? You're bad, too. You're all right. You're terrible. Richard Donker. Come on. This is like our actual Prem rejects list, okay? You guys need to be better than this. What happened to being better than this on the actual Prem rejects list? Now I'm leaving freaking Finn Suter there. Ronnie, there we go. This is more like it. Okay, nope. Sorry, Matthew. Actually, I like his physical ability. Gaekwad Mercer. Now, where? That's not a real name. Says the guy named Zealand, right?
When's the next saving saves? I'm needing some help.
It's a native surname. They went first name here. It's a native surname in the Indian state of Maharashtra. I get it more as a surname. Oh, there's a Gaekwad dynasty. But it's all as a surname. They just were like, screw it, dude. So this guy's first name is essentially like Jones, you know? Oh, I get it. I get it a little bit now. Jones wouldn't be a terrible first name, like Johnson. Can't trust a guy with two last names, though. Like Johnson Williams. Can't trust it. Thompson Anderson, you know, like, I don't know. Check to see if you can get Amari Forson. Oh, check Keon Edwards. That's the one we need. We need to do that. Zealand is a surname. Joke's on you. Zealand's just not a name. So now I'm just, I am living in entirely unchecked territory. Ooh, Terrell works. Works for me. Does it work for you? Does that work for you? Sure hope he does. Okay, cool. Teray Williams. Do you really don't even think Teo Corbino would be a good player for me? Should have signed with me last year, Teo. Now you spend a year not playing, and Kelly's happy that his promise was kept to improve the training facilities. Right, I forgot about this. Promises. Sheldon is due in 13 days. That's exciting. When are these guys going to be freaking satisfied with the training facilities? It's ridiculous. Because their contract's going to run out at the end of this year. And they're all going to be like, well, I don't know if we've properly improved the training facilities. Plot twist, I've improved the training facilities twice. Harry Robinson signed with Torquay, okay. Okay, lads. Okay. Oh, yeah, I forgot we have 4 guys on non-contract deals. It's pretty savage of a team going into League One. How many guys do we have? 21. We have 9 spots open. 21. All right. Hey, Theo Bazant. Danny Graham, right? He can't go on trial. Ali Southam's also under a bid. But he's under a bid from frickin' Nantwich Town, who's in the 7th tier. They're in the 6th tier now, so that's good. They might have always been there. Who am I kidding? Scrolly Doodah, 9. No, that's... Actually, I want Joe Ahmed in there. And Dean Edwards. I'm going to take these 9 and offer them trials. I dare you to reject me! I dare you. Oh, he also got rid of a couple people, so I guess we can reevaluate this. They all accepted it except for Ruben Lapata White. Leeds rejected the offer for Ruben Lapata White. Weird. Weird vibes, man. Everybody else is down, though. We do seem to have enough pull to at least be able to trial all these kids. All right, let's get them in, and then we'll see how many guys we have on trial. You can get up to 30, so we're scouting right now. Batch scouting is what's happening. What's 9 plus 10? 37. Heard it here first. Dean Edwards, decent. Jamal Phillips, horrifying. Sorry, Jamal. Man's stars were like a jump scare there. Joe Ahmed. A lot of people were vibing with Joe Ahmed. He's okay. What's 9 plus 10? Everybody's saying it's 21. Losing faith for school systems all over the place. Callum Walker. He's 17, too. How are you playing wing with 1 to 9 pace and you're getting this kind of rating? How is that physically possible? All right. Dude, I am literally hitting caps lock instead of shift. 24 people. Okay, we can get 6 more people. David Bangura, Justin Hales, Jason Bryce, Matt Hughes, Charlie Meadowcroft, and Jaden Palmer Leandre. How does Man City find so many guys with freaking hyphenated names? I'm losing faith in your memes. I thought that was a meme, but I was like, not sure. Oh, they really?
Why
all
did the
those
chicken
guys
cross the road to get to the other side? Badum TSSSSSSA plus incoming. Am I right? Way too smart.
Okay, that happened. That was the thing that happened. We can all just agree to just kind of move on there. How are the Man City boys? One of these guys has got to be good, right? I mean, it's Manchester City. Bruce, thank you for the 34 months. Dazza, thank you for the 6 months. When saving saves? Well, dude, the thing was posted yesterday, so submit your saves for saving. Tony, thank you for the Prime. Oasis, thank you for the 13 months. Thank you for being a part of the Hammers. Matt Hughes. Oh, that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for Charlie Meadowcroft. Ball winning extraordinaire. Dude can't play center back. He's too short. But don't let that don't let your dreams be die. You know what I'm saying? Just keep going. FIFA Under 20 World Cup. Uzbekistan is there. I love that for them. New Caledonia, Kyrgyzstan. I love that for them. Not a single real player in the team because the database we loaded. Still love that for them. Guinea-Bissau, all real. Love those Portuguese lower leagues, baby. USA. Hi. Yeah, you're right. That's the general info I wanted. Just give me club, dude. There. Boom. Just like that. Lehigh Valley. That's another free player. Boom. Bada bing. Bada boom. Free players. St. Louis Lions. That's another free player. Bada bing. Bada boom. Donza Force. BlackRock. Donza Force is a free player. BlackRock's a free player. Yeah. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. One of these guys is going to be really good. You don't know which one. Can't offer them all trials, but I will. I'll add them to my default list for a month. Can't trial them all. Don't have enough time. Ooh. Ooh. Couple of draws. In ye old playoff, including a crazy one between Swindon and MK Dons. So good for them. Jaden Palmer Leandre. See you later, bud. Yeah, you know, nobody likes you, so. George Ogunrinde. Yeah, see, I'm just keeping track of all of you guys because one of you is good. And I don't know who. So that's what we're doing. We're playing that game. Teo Corbino. We've got, again, 24 people
Greetings
somehow.
From Turkey.
Okay. Greetings, Eddie. Are you okay? Wickham's in the playoff. Yeah, it just came down to. Just got relegated from League 2, trying to bounce back up to League 1. Man, that was a crazy league. 9 points from league winner to 8th place. Absolute wild run for everybody there. Good to hear. Okay, so short list. Zealand, focus. Stop singing, Zealand. Focus. Fraser Langan, Ben Bruce, Ramon DePass, Tony Fraser, Paul Sullivan, Brendan Gray. 6 guys, hopefully all decent, that we can scout via trial while we're still in May. That's 6 acceptances, and that's 6 guys that are down to clown. Okay. United's only guy on this list, apparently. You know, Ben, dang it, man. I just wanted to have 30 guys that we were... Well, Brendan Gray just was like, hold my beer right now, because I'm about to be the worst player you've seen in this whole process. Hold my freaking beer. Ramon DePass. Love that. Jamaican under 20 player. Ooh. It's up to him now. It's up to Ramon DePass. Was winner at 79 points? Was that super low? Yeah, it is super low. They lost like 12 games. Well, I don't know. Let's go look. Right. Let's go look. We can assess these things. We can go Skybet League 2 stages back a year. I mean, not really, I guess. Oh, okay. This league is just murderous, dude. So 86 and then 69 was the next highest, which would have gotten you into 9th in the current league. Then 95, and this was like the best year. 79, 77 got the automatic spots. Then 73, you know. Then 74. Yeah, nice. Good work. Good work. Thank you, Internet. 74, 74, 73, 73. That's a crazy final day. Then 81, 80, 77, 76, 73, down to 73, and down to 67. And then what we just had, which is where, honestly, the top level of the league was higher. Like the 7th place playoff team was the highest it had been since the save started. Although the winner was the second lowest total. Because it was 95, 86, 81, then 79, then 74. So not nearly as low as I would have thought. These 3 Newcastle guys, get them in. See if they're any good. All accepted. Kenny Appleyard. Dude, he better be good. Kenneth. Good call. Good call, Kenny. Good call, Kenny. Joe Fairs. Yeah, barely, but he stays. Tottenham! No! Not again, Tottenham! Fight the memes! Resist the memes, Tottenham! Fight them! It happened again! It's heritage. They lost 1-0 in the FA Cup final. Dang it! Tottenham! I believed. Tottenham, I believed. Ooh, another 287,000. Put it in the freaking bank. Put it in the freaking bank. FA Cup review. We were the biggest overachievers in the EFL Trophy and in the FA Cup, and we managed automatic promotion. Dang it, Tottenham. God, just trying one time, you know? Harry Kane out here, he's like 80,000 years old. Oh, yeah. These are all my youth players, so just let them go. Oh, it's the history of the Tottenham. Anyone watch Wrexham today? Oh, shoot, is that today? Well, FA Cup sauce. Oh, yeah. Ben Jackson has signed a deal to go play for Welling United in the 6th tier. Let's go, Ben Jackson. After 1 year of not being on a team. I'm so proud of him. Kenny Appleyard. Okay, we have one spot. We do have one spot, boys. We actually might have more than that, depending on how the other scouting is going. Oh, yeah, I didn't actually get Gaekwad Mercer off the team. Dude's definitely, like, not good enough to be here. I just forgot to end his trial. Finn Sutar. Thank you. Laurie Shala. He's not a bad goalkeeper. 22-year-old Kosovan. Well, he's Zealand. He's not good either. He's not good either. Go ahead and get those guys off the team. We'll get a few new trials in. His name was enough. Oh, and it's Wickham Wanderers in the 111th minute. Wandering their way by Will Stills, Shrewsbury Town. Thank you, Will. Into the playoff final, and it's MK Dons they meet.
I'm just here so I don't get fined.
Well, thank you, Boxing Bat, for being here. Appreciate the 19 months. I promise not to fine you for that. Last cup check, thank you for the 11 months as well. Will Still crushed at Shrewsbury Town. All right, so got 4 spots open for the trial list. We're gonna use it on Tottenham lads. Linroy Balfour. I feel like I've gone after Linroy Balfour before. David Heaton, they said no. They said no. Them's folks said no. Connor McKeever and Linroy Balfour, though, they're in it. They're going for it. Doubtful transfer interest. Isaac Colpin. I hereby don't do that. I hereby offer you a trial. 2 weeks, brother. And we'll just take Lloyd Williams, sure. We'll start doing that. Accepted. Cool. Yeah, Linroy. Dang it, Linroy. Gosh darn it. Gosh darn toot and dang it, Linroy. I don't use that language lightly either. How dare you? Senior affiliate? Yeah, we should go for that. Can I poach Will Still as my assistant? I really want to. Ooh. With the dribbling and the work rate and the size of this lad. Look at the size of this lad. Then he plays on the wing. Oh, I'm seeing a 4-3-3 with sick back post crosses. Oh, okay, Isaac. You'll be hearing from me, Isaac. You will be hearing from me. Hey, you only get one face for the entirety of the game. So, yeah, that dude's definitely on the north side of 18. But he'll get to that face eventually. He'll grow into it. I'm excited. Okay. Hudlin needs to be on a transfer list. He hasn't played enough. I get that, honestly. We're going to reassess. I want to see if Sheldon's going to stay. Honestly, Marcus Sheldon, the captain of the club, would love for him to stay as a part of the team. So. Benjamin Button type face. Oh, great movie, to be fair. Bailey Sarcevic. It's not bad. He's not like, yes, I need him, but he's not a bad player. Aliu Apara. He's fun, isn't he? Wow, he's an explosive athlete. Aliu Apara. Oh, and he doesn't want a lot of money either. And we're like very low on left backs at the moment. We're going to lose Jack Roberts, who was loaned in this past year, right? And we like Jack Roberts, but we were short on it. The jumping reach is a bit of a concern for me. Back post crosses and the like are a consistent issue. Like the... Ah! Not right now. Not right now, Aliu. Not right now. But he is doing well at the Under-20 World Cup. He's played every second for the Nigerian Under-20 team, which is good experience and everything. Bailey Sarcevic. Senior affiliate reminder. I think we can ask again. It's a stupid question. We definitely can ask again. Hi. Sweet, sweet victory, yeah. We'll at least start looking for it, but of course don't over-celebrate that. I realize I just sang and I'm telling you not to over-celebrate that, but that doesn't mean that it's going to work. It just means that he's going to look. What in the frickin' Ben Hutchings? Well, he's not that good. Richard Evans, offer trial. There you go, Richard. What the Richard? Well, I saw that video recently. I love that video. The dude with the frisbee, like, just throws and like hits a car. What the Richard? Richard Evans is here. The 20-year-old from West Ham's reserves. That's so old. I know. I watch like old Vine compilations on occasion. Because Vine was like my middle school to early high school era was Vine, right? So, big time. Richard Evans, awesome. Danny Graham, don't get the hype, really. I'm sure his potential's actually great, but like I'm trying to sit here and develop a player. Ali Southam, striker from Fulham's Academy. We're just going to go ahead and dump him. And I said, I don't care that you broke your elbow. Oh, he signed with me. No. Oh, Danny. Oh, Danny boy.
Thanks for helping me realize
the axe is falling.
Here's to many more months.
Matt, thank you for the 17 months. I'm getting my license. Yo, that's awesome. The next Will's still in the chat. Straight out of Colombia, my boy Matt CLLR. Thank you for the 17 months. Bring Janeros back if you get the opportunity. Look at Mombot's last message if you have not seen it. Oh, yeah, no, Mom, I did see that. The guy on Taunton Town swiping on Tinder? Yes. Mom, do you know what Tinder is? It's a just curiosity question. Yes? Mombot knows everything. You want to know the answer to that? I was curious. Like, I was legitimately curious. He'd like a screw or something. No, there's actually... There's one of my favorite MomBot stories. Okay, you ready? So, for those that don't know, I have a brother who is adopted, right? Awesome, right? He was adopted like 14, 15 years old. I'm older. He's the same age as Adler, who lives here and edits for the channel and everything. And so he used to just be like hanging out around the house, but he became part of the family when he was like 14 years old, right? And he is like African American, right? And he's had a certain idea. I'm just trying to figure out a way to tell the story. He had a certain idea of the type of music that somebody like MomBot would listen to, right? And so he's hanging out at the house. And we're just, I don't know, it's like a weekend or something, and we're just hanging out at home, right? Because it's freaking the weekend. And MomBot is outside gardening. Now, MomBot takes music recommendations from us, right? And so she has a playlist of like hardcore rap because she likes the beat, like to, you know, garden and stuff. And so she's literally gardening in the front yard. And like, I don't know, so like Waka Flocka Flame or like ASAP Rocky is playing. And Calvin walks out and is just like jaw on the floor. Like, what are you listening to? And she's like, oh, I think it's a good song. You know, and it's like, yeah, mother, like one of those. And Calvin's just like, what the is going on? And she's just over here like, yeah, I'm just pruning my strawberries. And Calvin's world is just rocked by that. It was so funny. So funny. Because, yeah, I mean, she would just, like, we would get music. That was back in the iTunes days, right? Kind of like Spotify, maybe a little Apple Music. Right in that in-between period, we would get music, and she'd be like, oh, that sounds cool. Like, what was that? And then she would get, like, this whole playlist, you know? And she would just, like, rock out to it. You know, she'd be, like, filing stuff in the office. Just, like the way you move it, in a trance, DJ, turn it up. Like, you know. Gotta have to be, yeah. And it was like, but for Calvin, who had just like been introduced to the way it happened was kind of like, I don't know if you've ever seen the movie The Blind Side, but basically Calvin's like that, but he sucks at sports. And that's just essentially the way it happened, where it was like, well, you just sleep here tonight. And then all of a sudden you're just like, yeah, he lives here. And so he was in like the early part of that process, and he just walks outside and my mom's listing some of the most hardcore rap you could find. And he was like, he's like looking around like, is anybody else hearing this? That is one of my all-time favorite stories. CR, and thank you so much for the tier 1. No Hands? That's a classic. No Hands is a great song. Calvin catching wild strays. If he can ever beat me at basketball, then he can talk. You know, that's the game. That's how this works. Ooh. Calvin bad at sports, Michael or Shannon. No, he wasn't bad. Calvin played football. He was a receiver. He wasn't bad, right? But I think it's a really unfair comparison when you're like, yeah, the story was like that, except that guy played in the NFL, right? So that you're working like a different. No, we played basketball against each. We played one full game against each other one time, and I won, and that's it. We'll never play again, and I will talk trash about it forever. And I'm happy living in that world, and I trust that he is too, obviously. So why would we change anything there? Wins once, retires. Yeah, basically. Oh, I can't, you know, my ankle, it's all sore. I can't play today. Super sorry. All right, we're getting our huge scouting report. We're getting our huge scouting report from all of the into contract stuff. So this is a big one. I'm part of the yeah, I was on the dream team. I don't know if you guys saw that. I need my transfer music now. We're assessing quality of players here. Erivaldo Sansom? No, but Calvin's awesome. He lives in Tampa. He doesn't live in New York. He's visited before. Yeah, I'll round out the story with a nice picture. I feel like that's fair. Here's the Zstagram. Look at me working those hips. So that is Calvin. As you can see, he has adopted my style with the glasses. I'm pretty sure those are mine. They're not. He definitely bought those. But this is, yeah. There you go. That's Calvin. Probably, yeah, well, let's see. Let's go somewhere else in the Zstagram here. We can have them at my graduation at Syracuse. There we go. Now that's fashion. The man came to my graduation from Syracuse in camo Crocs, dude. Who has the gall, the temerity, the audacity, the gumption to where Adler went to Colorado? He's wearing Adler's quarter zip. He's wearing my coat because he hates the cold, and we're in Syracuse, and even though it's graduation, it's still cold. Sweatpants, camo Crocs. Absurd move. Well, he's barefoot. I don't see anything on his feet. Definitely, yeah. He's barefoot. That's crazy. That is a great picture. Harrison Burroughs from Peterborough United. Now this guy is good. Now this guy is a fullback, which I didn't anticipate based off of his attributes because they're not very good defensively, but he is a lethal forward player. I'm interested. He's going deep, dark desires, old Harrison Burroughs. I think we could do something with him, whether it's playing wing on the left side, whether it's playing that deeper wingback role. It's really not that cold in Syracuse in May. I don't think you understand how poorly Calvin deals with the cold. Hold on. Let's spend a little time on his Instagram here. There is a picture of Calvin actually freezing to death somewhere on here. See, this is the basketball game. This is before Zealand was anything but just a fairly normal dude. This is the basketball game. This is me obviously winning. This is Calvin obviously losing. Duh. Is there... Where is that picture? Oh, this is it. See, this is us in Iceland, okay? This is Calvin quite literally freezing to death. That is what he wore the entire trip. We went to Iceland in the winter, and I didn't see him for a week. For those that don't know, our family takes a trip every year. It was a deal that our parents made when they got married. And so I've been traveling my whole life. If you're like, why is he in Iceland in the winter? I didn't see him for a week. He just put that on, never took it off. I don't even know where you find a face thing like this. Like such a complete face thing. He's got multiple sunglasses, just gone. That's Adler, me. You know, it's a nice album cover. See this, we could actually see his eyes, although this was very cold. That was we were on a glacier during a blizzard. Yeah, my family trips are not cruises through the Caribbean per se. I usually, like, our vacation will end, our like family trip will end, and I'm like, dude, I need a break. That was like, sorry, we were just bungee jumping and snowmobiling on glaciers. I need to chill for a little while. Time for the obligatory Zealand bungee jumping clip. I definitely have that somewhere. Let's see if I can find it. My files. There is a video somewhere of me bungee jumping. That is... I blacked out. I definitely just, like, blacked out. Well, I love doing... I mean, I honestly think that was, like... Obviously, my family was very fortunate to have the opportunity, but I know for a fact that... We're like, my family would just, like, not spend any money, and then it would be like, woo! For, like, a week. And then not spend any money all year. Like, it was saving up, and then there would be, like, the trip, and we'd go to some place. We're in Morocco. Glotzel at 23.5 a year would be a steal. That's what he's getting paid right now. And this guy is really good. And I promise that we're going to be focused. This dude's going to the playoff final, and I'm over here in the corner like, hey, man, by the way. Yeah, it's the mental. He doesn't have good jumping range. He's a good passer, and that's what makes him really valuable there. I don't know. Yeah, there's me bungee jumping on Instagram. Not that this is, like, relevant. This is just funny to watch me freak out. Like in this picture, right before we go, dying. I am dying.
TBH still better than Taunton TBH.
Dara, I will steal him. Dying. I don't even remember this. The amount of adrenaline going through my body at this point, don't even... Because this is what you're looking at. And the only thing you're attached to is a rope around your ankles. You're looking at that. You're standing on this little thing, this little piece of wood with some way too chill dude behind you. I was freaking out. Honestly, I would, like, if you were like, this will kill you, I still had to jump because Calvin and Adler had already jumped. So I was like, both of my brothers had already jumped. I'm like, I don't care if this actually breaks. Like, I have to jump or I can't live in this world anymore. I will not be the one that didn't jump. I have to jump. I have to jump. I didn't even watch Calvin go. I was still putting my damn ankle things on. And Calvin just gone already. Then Adler went. And I'm over here just like, yeah, I'm super pumped, man. Because the guy's like, how excited are you? And I'm like, so excited. Like, yeah, I'm about to jump off a bridge. I feel great right now. I feel awesome. Thank you so much for asking. I'm so excited. Honestly, the weirdest thing is there's nothing to hold on to. That's the only memory I have until I was like boinging down at the bottom. That's the only memory I have. But I remember jumping off and I'm like, wow, this is weird. There's like nothing to grab. Because normally when you're doing something like that, at like a theme park, or even like, you know, skydiving, you're holding on to something like that. I was just like, woo, what the hell? Five, 6, and 3 jumping reach. That's pretty standard. This guy's fine. He's not. The problem is he's like slightly below average at most things. My guy loves him though. I'll add him to Deep Dark Desires, but do I really deeply darkly desire him? Terry Ablade. Why? Right. Like, why is he so hyped up? This list actually could give us multiple players from for our team next year. This one scouting report. Would you jump if your brother jumped? Well, it's like, you're not. There's something in that relationship, right? Where you're like, I'm not going to be the one that's sitting at dinner. And I'm going to be like, the one that didn't jump. I don't know. If they're brave enough to do it, I have to be brave. I'm the oldest one. If they already went, I have to go. I don't even know how to explain it, but like, I have to go. There's absolutely no option. Yeah, the relief at the bottom, though, was pretty nice. I had a headache from like the come down from it. Oh, God, I was really hoping you were a fullback, dude. Connor McGrandles. Really hoping you were a fullback. You're end of contract because of that. Boss man. Murphy Bennett. Most likely a center back. 5 balance is a huge issue. Samuel Yuzowu. I like this guy. I think he's incredibly underrated. And as such, I will... He's under contract for like 8,000 years. Okay. The oldest sibling usually has the highest IQ, yet you decided to jump off a bridge. I'm here, aren't I? Bungee jumping is actually very safe. It's more safe than skydiving, but it is also scarier than skydiving. Bungee jumping is definitely scarier than skydiving. There's a much more immediate danger, right? Skydiving, the danger is abstract. You're in a plane and your body is telling you, don't jump out of the plane. But, the ground is very far away. Bungee jumping, everything is decided in a few seconds, right? It is right. You see it, the river, the rocks in the river. It's very present, right? And it's very like, nobody spends a ton of time in planes. So you're like, ooh, I'm in a plane. This is an experience. Like, okay, I'm strapped to another dude. All right. Right? Because you're just like, you're being baby cradled by a massive man. And you're like, okay, I feel a little more safe because this dude is large. And then in bungee jumping, you're by yourself. The only thing attached to you is your ankles. It's this really tight wrap around your ankles. And I'm like, well, what if I'm on a diet, right? What if my ankles just slip out? And then you just jump off a bridge, which you've walked across. Bridges are very familiar. I don't know. It's pretty... There's something... Having done both, bungee jumping is scarier. Skydiving is definitely more dangerous, but bungee jumping is scarier. Ayuba Jambong. Oh, I've looked at you before, and I have the same feeling every time. How could I justify it? You're not even that fast. But you're reliant on your athleticism to even be, like, relevant here. Jack Perkins, you shouldn't be on the list anymore, bud. Sorry. Basilio Rieno Socoliche. Now, love the name. Off the top. To reach the water at the bottom, they ask you. And so this shouldn't be surprising. My defense mechanism is humor, right? And so I'm freaking out. And the dude goes, do you want to touch the water? And I'm like, what did you just ask me? He's like, do you want to touch the water? And I turn around. I'm like, I want to be as far away from the water as possible. And he was like, understood, mate. I'm like, oh, okay, did you? Do you hear exactly what I said? This isn't this. I don't want a lot of bacon and eggs. I want to be as far away from the water as possible. I don't want to be anywhere near it. I want to jump off the bridge and just stop right below the bridge. Good evening, Serana. Ziggly, thank you so much for the Prime. Hey, Catlo, thank you for the 14 months. Josh, thank you for the 15 months. Appreciate it. Yeah, I want to. It's a trampoline. I'm going up. And just elastic me back down. AJ Hackett bungee jump people are ruthless. They weren't ruthless. They were just very like, I've done this 5,000 times today. Are you going to jump or not? They like pushed a lady off. We would see honestly, the best part about it is after the bungee jump, there's like this crowd of people that aren't bungee jumping that are just watching you bungee jump. So one, you walk through there and everybody's like, oh my God, that guy jumped. Did you see that? He totally jumped. High five, man. And the second part is that you then stand on that ledge as like, it's like having finished a marathon and then you just watch other people finish and you're like, oh, look at them. When you were doing it, you were just as freaked out, you know? And so you're sitting there watching other people like freak out about to jump off a bridge. They actually just pushed one lady off. I think she told them to just push her off, but she got out to the ledge and she was like, like started waddling back, and the dude just like slowly walked out onto the ledge and just like forced her off. It was pretty funny. And then she was so happy she did it, so it's good for her. This guy's awesome. He's smart, decent tactical or technical defense, jumps, A+. Deep Dark Desires, brother. Who wants him? Barnsley and Plymouth? Well, get in line, Buster. Funny at a distance? I mean, I did it, all right? So I am able to make fun of other people while also making fun of myself. I don't remember jumping off the... vaguely. I remember right after I left the ledge, my body just shut down for a second, rebooted, and came back. Because I went for it. I went like full, like jumped off, flying. I sold it pretty well. Ozazi Agatize. Love the physical attributes. Hard sell, man, to be he's so versatile too. That's why this guy is considered so valuable. He can cover like every position and he can kind of do it well, right? This guy can play striker and not look out of place. But he doesn't fit anywhere either. Agatise into contract. Callum Marshall, a poacher from West Ham. This looks like every striker on my team. I'm not like, I have no interest in that. Every striker already on my team looks exactly like that guy. Cameron Bragg. Previously scouted player's been set for release. Absolutely not. Theo Bizant. I'm interested in his position distribution. Whole back line is awesome. Good elevation for being 5'10". Good balance. But bad work rate. Not technically skilled. And he's not a very good athlete for somebody that's not very tall, which is a bit of a problem, right? It's already on my short list anyway. Zach Sturge from Wolverhampton Wanderers. There's no shot this dude is a 3.5-star player. How could you ever trust this guy to play left back for like a season? You couldn't. Max Thompson. Oh, I thought this was the striker that we had. I'm like, wow, glow up. He's back on my list. I'm moving from the loan list. Not interested. Ben Grit. Ooh. Sorry, I saw his star rating first. I don't actually think this guy's that good. 3 bravery on a center back. Come on. What game are we playing here, Ben? What game are we playing here? I'm not. No, dude, you're getting paid an absolute bucket, too. He's like, I want $127,000 a year. I didn't like that player. It was ugly. How's your day going? It's going well, Debo. Hatebreed, we know. We talked about it earlier. We talked about Hassan raising money. But I don't have any long... We also talked about it yesterday. I was like, I don't have any long kind of grandstanding sentence about it. About the Turkey-Syria earthquake, right? Everybody knows it's happening. And if you have the facilities to donate money, donate it through Hassan's charities. Probably the best bet. They'll get there the fastest, and do that if you can. But generally just here to forget about the troubles in the world or talk about them and then move through them. Because that, like we said yesterday, sometimes you just have to look at something and go, that really sucks. We'll do what we can. And then that's it. Not the best scouting reports. We're doing okay. God, if this guy had 15 jumping reach. No, there's a couple guys earlier. Ali Uapara was definitely on this twice. Johnny Birchall. I actually know this guy. I've seen this guy before. Johnny Birchall. Aston Villa's paying him an incredible amount of money, which is nice. How do you fancy our promotion chances this season? I mean, we're going to finish third, so I don't even know why we're doing this. We are going to finish third. This guy can't score, though. I know if I sign this guy, I'm going to hate him. I know if I sign this guy, I will hate him. And yet, I might sign him under the impression that I won't hate him. Please be good. I just saw the star distribution. I love this guy. This guy is athletic, controls the ball well, he passes well, he's not an idiot. I love this guy. This guy is good. He also isn't interested in me, so I'm glad I have a good eye for talent, because this guy has no interest in talking to me. We'll see how interested you get. We'll see. We will see. Yeah, a little out of work sadness is going to strike you down. And then you'll come crawling back to me once again after all this time. Let's see. I'll put him on end of contract. I just want to make more decisions about guys now instead of throwing them onto my short list to make a decision about them later. Like, do I want Brandon Cover right now? The fact this guy's a central midfielder, not a bad defender, pretty darn good goal scorer as well, incredibly attractive to me. That is my dream guy. Nathan Butler Oyedeji. Wow, he's fast. Holy smokes. End of contract. Yes. Not bad. Could have been better, right? There was a couple guys that blew us away, and they probably weren't easy to get a hold of, but we did what we could. Ziggly, thank you for the prime. Ask Clates about Nathan Butler Oyedeji. Apparently, that's the funny thing about managing here is that everybody else has had experiences with some of these players or somewhere, you know. Training facilities upgraded. They've been upgraded twice. Promises are still ongoing.
Hey
so that's cool. Literally still ongoing.
Lately, talking about more than just FM. Keep it up and have a nice day.
No, I think we've caught like a flow state with the YouTube content. I feel really, I'm enjoying these videos. Not that I wasn't enjoying the videos before, but I feel like there's a lot of creative freedom in putting these stories together and finding topics to talk about. How ridiculous is it that I've improved my training facilities twice and the promises are still ongoing? Twice. 2 times. MK Dons is coming up to League One, baby. Wickham Wanderers stays down. MK Dons is going up. 2 years after being relegated from League One, MK Dons is headed back to League One through the playoff over Wickham Wanderers. It's the MK Dons, baby, the new boys, founded in 2004. The team that everybody hates because they like relocated or whatever. I don't specifically remember it. Now I know there's that one guy on Wickham we really liked. That's what I was thinking about. Of like, well, now he can sign for us. Because we'll be in the league above him. Hey, we got $500,000. Holy we have $1 million in the bank. $1 million. $1 million. I'm like resisting the urge to invest it in I am resisting the urge to invest it into improvements. Yes! Yes! Finally, for the first time, I've won a Manager of the Year award. That's what I'm friggin' talking about, baby. That's what I'm freaking talking. This guy might be good. David Heaton might be a very good player. That's what I'm talking about. Sheldon today. Today should be Sheldon Day. Marcus Sheldon. Come to me, Marcus. Come to me. Terrell works. Doesn't work for me, unfortunately. Fulham U21's player Terrell works. We've at least won something. You know what? Fine. Oh, glorious! Oh, he was exploring his options, but now he's not. And at long last, we can turn Marcus Sheldon into a professional player. It's been 52 years. He played a whole season in League 2 as a semi-pro because of that stupid promise. And we can now enter contract negotiations with lowered expectations. That just kicked off a whole wave of PTSD for me. What is he asking for? Improved training facilities for a third time? Dude, really? We've improved them twice since you signed for the team. At least it's not hard locked anymore. Come on, come on. And then like 2 years from now, you become a regular starter. Let's go. And then we nerf the... Oh, oops. Oh, goodness. Reset. Reset! 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 Reset it. And you're like, Zealand, how are you going to make that work? Well, we're going to add bonuses. We're going to add serious bonuses for top goal scorer, team of the year, relegation release clause of 0, and a non-promotion release clause of just $100,000, maybe $150,000. Great to be back. And also, Trey Lucas is now fully satisfied with the club's training facilities. It's just that easy. Bet on yourself. It's just that easy. So Teo Corbeau, he's not actually that good. I thought Teo Corbeau was better than that. You would have thought he was better than that based off the way he rejected me constantly for a year. You better get promoted now. I mean, if we don't, then we make $150,000. But I mean, we invest in a way that lowers our front-end wage bill, and he's on squad player as well. We just reduced his playing time significantly. And he's now fully professional, which is awesome, because he's our captain. Yeah, this is the dude that wanted $1 million a year. That is true, yeah. What does he want now? Don't even care, Teo. I'm just gonna let you go, man. I don't think you're like that good, man. You're just not like, you're an okay player for our team last year. He wouldn't have been a standout in our team last year. All right, now Toure Williams from the Jamaican U-Tour. I need your input on this, of course, because this is our first wave of trialists that we've got from our Premier League teams that we're sizing up. Toure Williams. I think we keep him on the short list. I'm not going to keep him on trial, though. He's okay. Like, he's very okay at everything, and that has value. He can score decently. He can pass decently. He can move decently. He's not stupid. Very meh-y. Yeah, I'd agree with that. Balin Johnson. Got a sick name. Oh, I was kind of hoping he was a wing. I saw the wing stats and stuff. This is poacher all day, twice on Sunday. Yeah, they're already on the short list. So if you'd see me not adding them to the short list, it's because they're already on it. I don't think... oh, he's got two... What? Why'd he play... Oh, he's played in 2 Premier League games. How? 7 off the ball, 7 work rate. Like, he needs attempts first time shots. That's like the only thing that make him better. You've got 5 strikers like that. I know we have Trey Lucas right now, who we brought in through a non-contract, who's like kind of the same player. I don't know. He can dribble better. He also has got, I mean, honestly, what changes things for Trey, he's twice the jumping reach, too, of Balin Johnson. Like, don't care about long throws, don't care about tackling. No, I mean, Trey isn't even a starter, too. I don't think Balin's an upgrade. We already saw Terrell works. Final attributes. He moves pretty well. He's got decent jumping reach, but not much of a facilitator. Doesn't work particularly hard. You know, not a goal threat. I think that's a no. Odin Samuel Smith. Now, this is a pretty good player right here. Good defense. Issues with his work rate, obviously, as a fullback, but he can get moving. He can get moving at a pretty good clip here, up the side. He can get moving. He can move and groove up that side. No crossing. Can't have it all at this level. 16 pace is serious, and he runs the ball down the right wing and knocks the ball past opponents, so he can take people on and get by them. It's a good backup. I mean, I think he might be better than Dermy Lasala right now. I mean, there is an argument to be made. Dermy works harder. Dermy definitely works harder, but you gotta remember we're gonna be playing a different tactic this year. I think it's very unlikely that we're going with 3 strikers again. Very unlikely. Get rid of Dermy. He's very meh. I'm just saying Odin Samuel Smith is like really solid relative to what we have in our team. Promise Okafor, deceptive. You see those greens and you're like, oh yeah. But then see the rest of it and where the greens are. Nothing wrong with green aggression, bravery, and natural fitness, but you want something else. Not really a center back. Got the 11 jumping reach. Not a freak athlete to make up for it. Doesn't read the game super well. Tactics good for an underdog? I don't know. That's not true. A 4-2-2 where you have 4 at the back, 2 defensive midfielders, 2 wings in center midfield, and then 2 strikers way up top. Allows you to get pressure on the other team while also being really sound defensively. Man, I wish you could jump, Chris, because you have center back written all over you. This dude is a missile on the field. Yeah, but we're not looking for backups. We're looking for guys that we see and we're like, yes. We haven't found that guy yet. We haven't found that guy that puts it together yet. Matthew Cooper Richardson, are you that guy? Oh, good God. No, you're not. Just go ahead and move on. Ben McDonald. Oh, that's a pressing forward. I hate pressing forwards. I use one, but their attribute distribution is always very deceiving because they're just mental and physical monsters, but they can't actually do anything. Marcus Sheldon's one of these guys. Sheldon looks like this. But he's better at it. Yeah, but Ben McDonald can actually jump. Marcus Sheldon quite literally cannot jump. He has 5'9" and has 3 jumping reach. He jumps into the ground. He doesn't even leave the ground. All right, well, Ben McDonald, I don't think so. Ooh. Six dribbling is a problem. And the complete inability to pass or score is also a problem. And he's an idiot. He's an... Now, we're already offering Sheldon a new contract. We know that he transitions to the next... He honestly, Sheldon can play in the championship just fine if you have need for, like, a pressing forward. That's Adama Traore, but weaker. And just worse at everything. Yeah. He'll stay on the list, but Callum Walker... He might not. He's just not very good. Sorry. Christopher Klein. Good passing for a guy on the outside. He's pretty unathletic, though. Just not somebody that puts it together. He's not a good athlete. I mean, he's like Ty Barnett, you know? He's better than Ty Barnett, but not by a ton. Come on, Liverpool Youth Academy. You got to give me better stuff than that. This guy was excited about it. He had a bunch of people interested in him, but it doesn't look like he's actually that good. He's not. Although his potential, fantastic. Good for him. Ronnie Marine, Costa Rican U23 goalkeeper. He's got an incredible mentality. I think he might legitimately be better than Bycroft. Well, he's certainly more eccentric. Goodness. Bad at one-on-ones. Never fun. $18 years old, very talented goalkeeper. Ronnie Marin. Doesn't even have an agent. It's wild. Guy's at Chelsea and doesn't have an agent. I think we're probably going to get a better goalkeeper, but we're certainly not removing him from our list. John Paul Lathrop. Or Lathrop. I have no idea. This guy, I have no idea where he would fit on the team. I don't think he's very good, even though he's very hyped up. Nick Wallace. Winger, can't really cross, doesn't work particularly hard, not a great athlete. I'm going to go ahead and drop Nick Wallace as well, like he's hot. And then Ollie Taylor. Woo, okay. Yeah, you were in Leicester's Academy. You were about to fall down to the 6th tier, I'll tell you that right now. Pass! Dean Edwards, a fullback from Leeds Academy. Also not feeling it. Also he doesn't even have the potential. Goen Pennery. I butchered that pronunciation, but you know what? better. Bycroft's contract's running out. I don't think we're going to re-sign him. I think Bycroft finally got a promotion with us, but he wasn't good, right? He was not good. Lucas Smith, still rated okay. Macaulay Longstaff, no. Okay. Okay. So we're about to dump a bunch of guys in the river. Hughes and Meadowcroft are coming up as well. And then we'll be able to launch ourselves into another batch of trials, which is the key here. Right. Charlie Meadowcroft. What? The dude just trialed with us for 2 weeks. We know nothing about him. And he looks good, too. Like, what are we doing the whole time? I learned everything I needed to know about Matt Hughes to decide that he wasn't good. Roach wants to improve con. You know, Jimmy, I kind of get that. You were pretty crucial for us. You're an important player. Jimmy, you need also to... What a weird player. What a weird player you are. I think you honestly only benefit from us playing 3 at the top, Jimmy. Like, that's what you... He smells all the money we've had. Sell Jimmy. Wow. Absolutely no loyalty from the boys there. The man that probably honestly single-handedly like dragged us to promotion. Jason Bruce from Leeds. Okay. Richard Griffiths. He's not interested. Because this guy is an improvement. This guy is an improvement. He works his butt off and has great technique. And he's listed. Oh, that's where it comes in. Oh, we're loaning him. Next year, we're loaning him. This dude contract runs out next year, but Richard Griffiths would be a banger of a loan. He's nuts. Yeah, he is. Roach just can't score. I mean, he does score. He's just an important playmaker for us. We need to remember to renew Meadowcroft's trial. So once all these guys are like confirmed leaving our trial farm, Promise Okafor, Balin Johnson got an into contract offer. Promise Okafor, we just got to live with that. We're not that interested. Ronnie Marine to Bristol. The 18-year-old Costa Rican. We'll float an offer for him, but I don't think he'll take it. It's only 1 year. He wants a 1-year deal. I'll give you a 2-year deal. I mean, he probably doesn't want that, but I'll give him free non-promotion and everything. Ronnie, I do not want to spend the most money I've ever spent on a goalkeeper that's not like a starter. I want to see if he can. I want to see if he takes it. Christopher Klein's getting offers. He'll probably reject those. No, it's Huddersfield. Never mind. They're digging his potential. Christopher Klein's potential. And Toure Williams. Compare him to like Patrick Kelly. Yeah, I can live with him headed somewhere. Joe Ahmed got an offer. Ben McDonald got an offer. Odin Samuel Smith got an offer. Trials are done. Those guys are off. Odin Samuel Smith's the one that hurts, I think. Because that was the guy that we were like, okay. We can sign him. We'd feel good about it. Burton Albion, though, there's in League One. Danny Graham, I have one more delay when you use it. Renew Meadowcroft, thank you. He expires now. He should come into my inbox now as expiring. I still love this guy. He's playing in the freaking Jamaican League. I still love Reese Welch. He is great. He's still great. He has no discernible skill. That's harsh on Danny. He's also 17, so that salary, yeah, no, the Jamaican League hits, man. Jamaican League hits. Reese Welch is getting a paycheck at Portmore, and we would need to upgrade it significantly. So that's the final scouting report we're going to get on Danny Graham. A painfully average yet undoubtedly high potential player. No, you guys stop it. Oh, we did actually get a report. He's not as good as I thought. So that makes me feel better that he's about to go somewhere. He's not bad, but like not as good as I thought. What would you want? Important player, mandatory improvements to training facilities. Yeah, okay. You're good, man. You do you, Charlie. Ronnie Marine getting more offers. You wouldn't dare go to Nuneaton Town in the 6th division, would you, Nick? You're a full-time head coach? Right? Take the deal, man. Take the deal, Nicholas. Take the deal. Take the deal, brother. All right. Prim rejects, but better. Doubtful transfer interest. We're going to sort out all of the people that we know how good they are. And then we are going to offer trials to all the people that we don't know how good they are. Except for Kazim. Except for Kazim right there.
This one's for Saint Nick. If you leave me now, you'll take away the biggest part of me. Ooh, hoo. No, baby. Please don't go.
Yeah, it's true. It is true. If you leave now, you'll take away the biggest part of me. Ooh, more trials coming to an end? He's good. That's a solid freaking player right there. Physically gifted Ramon DePass. Technically fine. Brings the ball out of defense, which is curious. Do you ever think about contacting Mikudi and bringing him on as a... I've DM'd him. He didn't reply. So, yeah. Cried myself to sleep that night. Senor Waffle Iron, thank you for the 20 months. Thank you for the song as well. Myers Racing, thank you for the year. It's Jer, thank you for the 7 months. Thank you for being a part of the Hammers. Yeah. Ramon and Pass from Newcastle United. Let's take a look at him compared to Lee Kavanaugh. Lee, you dirty dog. Lee's got that mental game down, Lee Kavanaugh. But he's also not Ramon DePass. Fraser Langan? No. See you later. We'll go back to that in a second. Paula Sullivan. That right there is a crying shame. Charlie Meadowcroft headed out. Yes. Brian Alexander rejected. Why? Why would you do such a thing? Why would the club do this? So that's everybody, basically. that at least is interested in a transfer with us at the moment that is being released from Premier League clubs. And of course, that could change pretty mightily as we advance here. Josh Tobin rejected. Josh, dang it. I think he's actually that good. Adam O'Connor. Just barely. David Yahaya. Is that just Yahya? Probably. Did Sheldon resign? No, he's at... wait, resign. Yeah. Yeah, he did. He agreed to a contract. He hasn't signed it yet, but he has agreed to the contract. This guy might be a very good goalkeeper. Caleb Anson, not so much. Ethan Innes. Maybe. And Max Oyadelli. I'm going to love him. I can already tell I'm going to love Max Oyadelli. I am absolutely going to love him. And Diamond Edwards. Love the holy trinity that's developing there. Trials. All right, DePass is leaving. As we continue our transfer escapades. Hyphens are important. Yeah, well. Hope Appleyard is good. That'd be cool. Joe Fairs is coming to an end first. And Fairs. Kenny Appleyard. Dang it. Dang it, Kenny. Oh, you just signed for Welling for a non-contract. Okay, that's cool. That is cool how you did that, dude. We'll keep an eye on you. Sheldon. What happened to Young Husband? He's getting coached by McCooty in the youth team. There's Keon. His contract expires in 2029. How did Digan Red do? Ah, so you picked them because you believed they had the better squad. This is now 2 divisions below where we will be playing next season. Do you feel like you've made the approach? Eastleigh went down. The team we beat in the playoff final last year just went down. We beat them in the playoff final. They finished above us in the league. Life comes out. Yeah, it came at him really fast. Oldham's going up. Knott's didn't go up again. Knott's has been so good for so many years. They only had 19 wins, so they drew 13 times. Torquay drew 20 times, which is crazy. Oldham and Maidstone coming up into the Football League, you know. Joe O'Shaughnessy. Under contract until the end of time, so... Roach is expected to be offered a new contract. Thanks. I actually totally forgot about that. We're not prepared to be flexible over the playing time. Well, that's annoying. Watch me whip. Watch me nay-nay. Why did that not work? How dare you? It worked on the other guy. Why are you not exactly the same? That's awful. So we gotta go to the old... Oh, can I not talk to the agent and be like, hey, can we reopen negotiations? Why? Yeah. Why did I don't know why I watch me whip. Watch me nay-nay. And then I nay-nayed right out the door and didn't even make a deal. It was pretty awful. Frankie McGuire, finally off the free list. Good for him. All right, we all know what happened. All I had to do was continue one time, and then I can resolve the contract talks. I appreciate your apology, and we're willing to reopen discussions. Whoo! Mama, we're getting rid of that. We're getting rid of that right there. Team of the year bonus. Don't think so. Top goal scorer bonus. International cap bonus is going to be fat as well. Relegation release clause. Non-promotion release clause of... $250. 32.5. Come on, bro. 150. 43. There we go. I had a feeling you'd come around, Jimmy. It's not a bad contract. Get him locked up long term. We will probably end up selling him for $500,000 at some point because he puts in a lot of minutes for us and he is that dude. Oh, rumors of a takeover of EFL Papa John's Pizza Hut Domino's Trophy semi-finalist Taunton are circling, with one or more interested groups believed to be preparing offers. A club source indicated that no formal bids have been made. Chairperson Kevin Sterney would be willing to entertain the proposition. Roach pins his new contract and is happy with his new deal and happy being part of the team. I can't say I'm like thrilled to have you, but hello, Lloyd Williams. The Tycoon takeover would just about take care of that. Those rumors have been kicking around for about half the year. Just nothing really stirring me to go for the signing, you know? This guy, though, I'm being stirred. With this guy, I'm feeling the love in the air tonight. He is not slow. He's wise beyond his years. Good holy trinity for a guy that can play out on the wing. He can play winger on the right. He can be an inverted winger off the left, deliver crosses. He's a very technically solid passer. Sucks at defense. The size and the work rate and the decent athleticism. I'm intrigued by this guy. Huddersfield, West Brom, and yeah, I'm not the only one. So we're going to go ahead and on a squad player in which he is not expecting. In relegation release clause, bro, 0. Minimum fee release clause to teams in a higher division, I'll lower it. I'm not normally the type of person to entertain these sorts of release clauses. I'll also give you a non-promotion release clause because I like to think we really know what we're doing, of $200,000. And I want to do that so that you will take a deal at that. Okay. The reason I'm giving him the playing time is because normally I would just give him the normal, like, other offer. Breakthrough prospect or whatever, but I have a feeling this is going to come down to him deciding who he wants to play for, and we have the opportunity. Yes, baby! Yes! Nick McCootie is staying. We have the opportunity to beat him because we're offering him good playing time, whereas the other clubs are not, you know? You got a wage cap? Oh, yeah, it's huge, though. We have no limit. We have a lot of money to spend, finally. David Heaton. Ooh, little shake, little bake. He's got good change direction. Can kind of deliver a dime here or there. All right, let's take a look. Short list. A couple guys that aren't available. Now we go to the Prim Rejects list. How many guys do I have on trial right now? Not a lot, so this is going to be nice. We have 19 spots. Which means we can go from Bournemouth to, like, Norwich. That's 22, so we'll take out Norwich and Newcastle and take these 19. Assuming they all want a trial with me. Except no, how dare you, Manchester United? How dare you? Look me in my own eyeballs and tell me you're not going to loan me somebody. That's ridiculous. Bailey Sarkovic, we've actually already scouted you. That was my bad. Shouldn't have offered you again. Jack Roberts for the Welsh under 20s. A lot of these guys aren't going to be good. We'll probably be able to get through our entire like U18s Prem rejects list before we even get out of this. Ooh, that's not bad. That is bad. That is bad. The potential's not bad, but we are not in the business of developing players. No, we are not. I am not sticking around in these leagues for the view. I have a pretty good assistant coach at assessing player ability, so if he says you're that bad, you are that bad. Salah Ayed Abd Adayim. I love the reflexes. I'm a sucker. Sure. Cameron McAllister, no. Whoop. Of course. Cody Cox, baby. Please don't be good. You can't. You cannot. Please don't be good. I don't want to deal with that. Please. I'm begging you. Just don't. Just for once be like Gareth Swindles, who has an awesome name, and I wish he was good, right? Just please, please don't be good. I do not want to deal with that. I don't need that in my life. Up the Cody Cox. Yeah, no, I mean, it does fit with the Peacocks, doesn't it? But Jake Madden. This is potentially the worst player I've ever seen. Hisham Simlali. When was the last time you saw a might? Might. Do you understand the definition of the word might not have the required ability or potential? He's a half silver star. Or gray star, whatever you want. I call it silver, but half silver star at our level. Kind of want to just keep him on trial just to see. I'm going to. Did I already drop him? No, I'm keeping him on trial just to see. We're going to remove him from the short list, though. They've had 2 offers from clubs who wish to be linked with us. Cardiff City. Finished 2 points out of. Oh, I hate it. Middlesbrough's going up, though. That was the other offer. Cardiff City is like almost in our league. They finished 2 points above getting relegated to the league we're going to be in next year. The other one was Middlesbrough. They just went up. It's definitely Middlesbrough. Why do you need my help making this decision? It's Middlesbrough. Recommend team. Look, I have a lot of love for Cardiff, right? But I lean to Swansea in that derby. I do. I lean to Swansea in that derby. They'll pay us an annual fee of $43K, and we get. They may send us players on loan at any time and we'll cover their salaries. We have no obligation to play the player, and he may be recalled. We have the option to host a friendly against Middlesbrough and keep the full gate receipt. They'll be under no obligation to field a full strength side. That's fine. But I'm okay with that deal. See, our playing time might get us Isaac Colpin, because there's no way Blackburn Rovers are making him a squad player. There's absolutely no way. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Mason Terry is struggling with a few things. You know, Mason, I am just going to go ahead and keep you on a non-contract because I can. I feel like that should be illegal, but it's not. Burt Whistle is settled comfortably. I forgot you were on the team. Our Burt Whistle era was not a fun one. I did not have a fun time in our Burt Whistle era. I was not enjoying the Burt Whistle era. All right, who's this Evans guy? We got one more guy whose trial is expiring here. Hey, Ben Swansea! Name checks out. Thank you for being a great mod. Thanks to the 3 gifted subs. That was, yeah, well timed. Can't imagine what led to that. And there's Richard Evans. Oh, you're not bad. Not good, right? The 4 vision, can't play any defense, doesn't really pay attention, doesn't make good decisions. I'm not jumping out of my seat to sign you, but Joel Ndala has left Manchester City, you say, on a mutual contract termination. Well, Joel. Well, Joel Ndala, would you like to explore what it's like living on the wild side? Playing for Taunton Town. Robert Terrace. Oh, he's literally on trial with me. I'm over here trying to figure out, like, how I can take him on trial. I'm looking all over the place. He's on trial at my club right now. Fun fact. On trial at the club right now. So I'm assuming we can just trial all of you guys. I let enough people go. Come on in.
To be back, Zed.
The water's fine. Byron, thank you so much for the 17 months, dude. Hey, and Ellis Edwards with the gifted. Thank you, Gary. All accepted. No way we're going. Oh, we went 100% on that. You know these guys aren't good. Give me one, though. Give me one who's a stud. One U18 player. Just flamed out a little bit, but he fits well into our team. He makes plays. Sending good vibes and love to you all. Sending it back, Harold. I mean, not like return to sender. Accepting it and then sending you some of our own. Yeah, no, get that out of here, man. Thank you. For spreading good vibes, dude. Nah, chat, we're signing the package. Come on. Accept the good vibes. Don't be grumpy about it. Just take the good vibes with a smile on your face, all right? They are good vibes. Esteban Delgado. Sorry, I blanked out there for a second. Joel Ndala, baby. There's a player. Rodolfo. No. In Bartolomej Picul. Interesting attributes there. Irish U21s, 2 guys that we haven't on loan, have been scratched. Terrell Works has signed a contract. He'll not be playing for us. Shaughnessy, don't care. Jason Bruce. You're fine. I feel like we're missing out on the... There should be players that were like, whoa. Maybe we have to wait for our reputation increase. I don't know. That's what it feels like. And Leo Black still out there doing his thing. In the Barnsley U21s. Still. Former non-contract player for us. Yeah, the Esteban PTSD was strong. Okay. Hi, Brighton. How you doing? Brighton and Hove Albion have offered an interview. I would like to decline cordially. I appreciate it. TV you could do with strengthening in a particular position. I never answer that question. I don't want to insult anybody on the team now. How many loan guys do we have? 18? Okay, I've got freaking 12 options here. Yo, chat, I have a question. Let it rip, dude. Oh, dude, let it rip, dude. These guys, letting it rip right now. Trials are flying. These guys don't want a trial. And then, yeah, wow. 7, that means we're at 25. I can just start chucking trials at deep dark desires, Savvy Vicente. He's an engine. That dude is an engine. Jake Rooney. I'm a fan. Frickin' Ross County in the top level of Scotland is also a fan. Rooney! Ah! Rooney! Oh, you don't even like the fact that I'm in League One. You're like, they got to get promoted from League One for me to even consider playing for you? Well, then, okay. All right, Mather. Harrison Burrows. Harrison Burrows. Oh, crosses early. I like that, though. Reese Welch. I can't believe how good this guy continues to be. From Jamaica. And then there's, of course, Kale Jug. Trial. I don't know. He won't say yes. It's worth the ask, though, and just the off chance that he does say yes. Should we just go after Rooney? I feel like we might. Maybe should. Does not dive into tackles. Dude has a trait that literally makes him better. That's rare. Yeah, Kale Jug is part of the all-name team. That is why he is here. Let's not get it twisted at all. Ben Garrity. Speaking of engines, holy smokes, man. This guy devours the field. He's also getting paid a bucket. All right, Rooney, we're just going now. No compensation. Good. Star play. Okay, this dude is very much like, I don't like your club, but I will talk to it. Well, now watch me whip. Sell on fee percentage? No. No. Relegation release clause? Actually, $0. Minimum fee release clause to clubs in higher divisions? I am going to get rid of that, and I'm going to add a non-promotion release clause of also $0, which should be intriguing, Jake. Wow, I bullied that. That has so much value. Like, hey, if we don't get promoted, Jake, you are not here. Rudy! Oh, and it's Rudy! This guy looks way taller than 5'6" in this picture. I don't know. It's just disorienting for me. And then there's old Jim Hewlett. Scored against me. Stuck at Accrington Stanley, who finished 20th in the league. Rejected me twice. And now we'll just watch it burn. These are our free players. Keaston Lewis, Gucci Sole Osekengo from Sutton United. Come on, release him for a trial, will you? Wasiri Williams. How is Jaden Smith still so highly regarded? I'm never signing that guy. I am amazed by how highly regarded he is by you. Goodness. All right, into contracts. Really? I guess we added to doubtful. There's at least a list of some people. Phoenix Patterson from Scotland. Chris Z. Okay, cool. We're sailing. Jim Hewlett redemption arc begins. You got to believe in it, you know. Michael Laffey. Oh, Laffy Taffy. Shake that Laffy Taffy. Oh, Michael. What? Who said that? It's an early 2000s rap kind of day, you know what I'm saying? Ben Grist. Never got the hype. Ozezi Agatise, Terry Ablade. What are you talking about? On what planet, dude? Loans. Clear all of that, and we're just looking for guys whose contracts are expiring. There are actually a good number of guys whose contracts are expiring that are on the loan list. Sebastian Cortez. Ooh, these guys actually might be... Oh, Birchall. I recognize Birchall's name because of that. Then I add them to the end of No, I'll keep them here. This separates out guys that should be more priority targets. Tommy Reed, 22-year-old Englishman from Brighton. He's a pretty good goalkeeper. Good one-on-ones, good reflexes, bit of an idiot. But you know what, Tommy? That's okay. We support stupidity in the name of success. Jack Hinshelwood. Ooh. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yes. You know, no shot, right? Okay. What? Sorry, I just backed up there for a second. Must have blacked out. What did you say? What did you recommend? Oh, mighty assistant coach, that I make this? Who you think we are? We're not them. We aren't that. But relegation release clause 0, non-promotion release clause just a measly 100K because your projected price would be $0. That's not helpful. Okay. No. Fairly indifferent. Okay, so Jason Smith hates me. So this is about to go firing up. Yes, there we go. Good talk. Actually, do you want to just... Oh, stop. I'm just trying to trial him, and I've missed the click twice. This is why I don't play first-person shooters. 5'9" goalkeeper. His reach wasn't that bad. And we all know that's really what matters. I can't click. Oh. I know we'll take a good core of our players up, but we're always looking to improve the team as aggressively as we can. Francis Okoronkwo. Perfectly fine as an inside forward. He's got a great change of direction. He's actually not... This guy's actually pretty good. This guy is especially if we're looking to, like, change the direction our team is looking to go. This guy is pretty good. Let's say... Oh, who are you, and what have you done with, like, every other player? That's so low. Like, relative to what I thought it was going to be, that is so low. Okay. Relegation. Yep. Non-promotion. Yep. That's going to help us lower this, like, dramatically. Non-promotion release clause, 200,000. Francis Okoronkwo. Brother. My brother. Don't add that. I don't want to lose him in January. Give you $17,000 if you had 20 goals and assists this year. I so did not expect for that contract to even be possible. I just wanted to see what he was interested in. At first, I am absolutely shell-shocked that that was possible. I am so surprised. Oh, man. I did not think that was going to be possible, chat. That's a big-time snatch there. Get in, Okoronkwo. Well, we'll see. I mean, we'll see how it lands. Or we got to see how it lands. Let's see how it lands. We'll see how it lands. Okay. Good stuff, though. Really good stuff there. Blister, Birchall, Kean Coleman, I don't remember looking at. He's classic Metsala. Looks very much like Patrick Kelly, his Northern Irish compatriot there. And, yeah, somehow rated higher than Patrick Kelly. It's probably the technique. He doesn't have the jumping reach, though. Tries to beat opponent repeatedly. Dude, you were not good enough for that. Oh, Kean Coleman. Not moving on that guy right now. Isaac Smith. Oh, 6 marking. Wow, you really snuck that in there, didn't you, Isaac? Holy smokes. Yeah, I'm good. Just like going through normal. Hey, this guy looks pretty good. 6 marking. 6. Sace. So it transfers out right now. Ignoring the trials, Okoronkwo, Colpin, we're delaying Danny Graham, Jake Rooney, and Ronnie Marine, the goalkeeper. All the trials we've offered were accepted except for Marley Wilson, who we are scouting actively, and Reese Welsh, who I would like to re-up our scouting report. Gucci Solia Osakongo, okay. They rejected my offer for a trial of Kale Jug. Now that just feels anti-vegan in a lot of ways. Christopher Klein is headed to Watford, talented young Bosnian player. Swansea City signs Ben McDonald and Odin Samuel Smith, who we didn't hate. He's headed to Burton Albion. Come on in, lad. And Ala Mustafa. You're bad. Sorry, James. And also, that is not how you spell James. Shoot your shot for Garrity, too. I don't know if I liked Garrity enough. Honestly, I don't know if I liked him enough. Christopher Klein, I know he didn't have a Bosnian name, but this guy is bad specifically because he spells James wrong. Zechariah, oh, please be good. There's such a small chance he's good, but he really can pass. Chavez Burgess, that's a sick name. Of course, we're dropping him. Lee Himbling, Damano Suarez, Gucci Solier Osaka. Of course, he's good. Let's go! Tackling and vision like that, so it's like that then, with the jumping reach and the holy smokes. I'm gonna love this guy. If he's not really slow and has 5 passing, I'm gonna love him. Gucci Solier Osakongo. From Sutton United, where he's been his entire career. That's crazy. Ala Mustafa, well, dang it. It's a no from me. And the Premier League U18 rejects in their natural habitat of just simply not quite being good enough. Prem rejects, but better. Let's check out everybody that does not have a rating currently on trial with us. Or these guys. This guy's on loan at Tampa. He's playing for the Rowdies right now. Kazim Olaigbe. Now, this guy can't play for me. Even though he was trained in England, he does not have English stuff going on. I'm just going to cut him. Cut him from our list. So who is the guy you said? You said Garrity, right? Oh, is he not there? Ben Garrity. Yeah, I mean, didn't we just already go in for... No, we wanted that other ball winner, but he didn't want to take a low-end deal. So this guy actually level-headed, resolute. Yeah, this guy would be an incredible influence in the locker room as well. Come on, we have a friendly relationship. What do you mean? What do you mean Garrity didn't even want to talk to me? Well, he plays for friggin' Portsmouth. They're in League One, dude. Did they get promoted? Is that why? Yeah. Oh, okay, fair. He's hoping he can re-up his contract with Portsmouth. If he doesn't, I would love to add somebody that just got promoted. That would be awesome. So Harrison Burroughs is in the group. Jake Rooney's in the group as well. So we can go after Harrison Burroughs, who's very well-rounded wing player. Bro, you need to not. Okay, and I will literally next year make you an important player, but we'll get promoted, and so you'll be like, oh, really? Lad, I don't know, lad. We'll be back soon. Glatzel. If we're going to wingers, right? And I think we might be going like 4-2-3-1, 4-2-2-2, but more aggressive than I would want him. Balin Johnson. Yeah, we didn't really want him. Toure Williams is a solid player. Didn't make our team better, so off he goes. Joe Ahmed's a really high potential guy, not good first team player. Danny Graham, 17-year-old Chelsea reject. Literally grown on me every time I've seen him. Get egoed? Yeah, we were egoed. We were egoed really hard. But I'm telling you guys, he's grown on me. He's very well rounded. He can win the ball. He can distribute. He's 17 years old. We can do better. I'm not signing him to be a starter. All right, he's signing on a breakthrough prospect for a little more money than I would like. He's either footed, right? He's not slow. He's not particularly stupid. He's not bad going forward. Oh, yeah, he wants a loan move. You know, we might actually be able to do that and end up making money off of this guy because he's clearly valuable. I know, and I don't hate him as a player. Like, I could see him playing a part if that potential's legit. We would loan him out, though. Because we did promise him the loan. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. We're first signing of the window. 17-year-old Chelsea Youth Academy prospect, Danny Graham. Coming in. And then we'll look to move him along. We professional yet? Oh, yeah. We went up to League 2, became professional, and now we are going up to League 1. We are very much still professional. Mercenary personality is no loyalty. He doesn't have a lot of loyalty at all, but he is professional. Oh, his potential's not actually that good. Well, that's a bit of a strikeout. Thanks, scouts, not telling us anything. Hey, Garrity, why are you not interested in me? I mean, I literally looked it up and know the exact answer, but why? Something this guy did. Lucas Smith. It's a no from me. Charlie Vernum. Okay, we're going to get another list of players here. Vernum, we already added to our end of contract short list. He is a very decent wing player. Jason Kelly of Shamrock Rovers at center back. Now, this guy's actually kind of awesome. He's so well-rounded. He's taller than Louis Jackson. Every mental attribute he's good in. Yeah, we need more Irishmen, don't we? I like if free. Well, his contract doesn't end for 6 months. But you could slip in for, you know, a couple, 10 to 30. That's a really good center back, Jason Kelly. I would like to trial him. Would you be interested in doing that? I think that guy could be a starting center back for us. I really do. We could have Kavanaugh and Kelly as like an Irish backline. What is this guy doing in Ireland? He's like, it's the only place in our scouting range you can find players that fit us because, you know, people that have the ability to significantly improve our team elsewhere aren't cheap enough. Dan Casey, whose contract also expires the end of the year, plays for University College Dublin Association FC, right? Not as good as the other guy. Still not bad. and worth putting on an into contract list. Glatzel we already know about. Thomas Connolly, a 19-year-old at Shamrock Rovers, is a no. Hinselwood, we do like Hinselwood. Reed Callum Porter plays for Cavalry FC in Canada. Assuming he has some English sympathies if he's coming through here. He's put on the loan list, don't really care. Tyreek Wilson. I mean, this guy would be the best left back our club has ever had if we get him. But the issue, again, is his contract expires the end of the year because we have the Irish League playing a summer season. Oh, that is a large man. And I have a weakness for large men. How? How do you have 14 jumping reach when you are 6'6"? How do you have 14 jumping reach when you're that tall? Man, and he's moving like a super tanker with the 7 agility and the 8 pace.
To this wonderful man.
Gosh darn it. All right. Alfie Lewis. Credit card hops. Yeah, he's got good strength. It's a lot of weight to lift off the ground. I mean, he's already so tall, though. He's got 14 jumping reach without jumping. Alfie Lewis has got it going on, too. Man, we are finding some banger players in Ireland. Like, the Irish League is kicking right now. Another Tyreek. We've got Tyreek Douglas right here. And this guy's a burner. He is I would hope, like an inverted winger, but he's not, because he's not a striker. Oh, I want Jaden Heskey so bad. He would never want to play for me. But the loan, though, would be cool. I really did like Jaden Heskey. We had an offer in on him, and then he went to Plymouth Argyle in the end, said they were a better team. The gall of some people, right? That's balance if I've ever seen it. Harry Brockbank. Oh, he's a defender. Oh, he's a right back. Did not have that pegged from the attributes. Okay. Trial? If you have around 99K, would secure Mason Hancock's services. He's a left back, center back combo with a good jumping reach, the ability to facilitate once he gets up the field with good touch, good passing, very good passing. We're one of the better players in the first team. Yeah, well, loan list. I am not spending I'm not spending my entire transfer budget on that guy. Train Alfie Doy as a right back or like a fullback. See, jumping is different in Football Manager than it is in FIFA, right? So jumping is not a stat attribute. The jumping is not an attribute in Football Manager. The attribute is jumping reach. So if you are 6'6" with 14 jumping reach and you are 5'10" with 15 jumping reach, the 5'10" guy jumps higher. Like, reaches a higher point in the air than the other guy. Which is why if you're 6'6", having 14 jumping reach is awful. Where if normally you're 6'6" and you have pretty good jumping, that's amazing. But that's not the case. It's the point you can reach. The height you can reach from your jump. I don't know why Football Manager does it that way, but it does do it that way. And I think it makes it easier because you can very clearly visualize the total amount of elevation a player can achieve. There are other attributes that will affect their ability to win a header. I know it's bravery and aggression. Like those affect their willingness to go after it. Obviously, general athleticism and strength and the ability to get there and create space to go up for it. Work rate, the willingness to throw yourself around. But basic jumping reach is the highest point they can reach. Balance is the ability to stay on their feet. Like, actually, balance is the ability to stay on their feet. And I know that sounds simple, but that's what balance affects. So in any situation where they're being jostled, where they're changing directions quickly, the ability to maintain their footing and stay on their feet is exactly what it is. Height is essentially irrelevant. Yeah, height is basically irrelevant. Now, there is a new animation in FM23 where they'll head without jumping. We haven't necessarily tested that. But in every Football Manager before FM23, we literally played 4'11 guys with 20 jumping reach against 6'11 guys with 20 jumping reach, and the game was equal. They were both winning a good number of headers in that game. Ryan Loft is 6'3", but he has higher jumping reach than the other 6'6" guy. And he is, in my opinion, a much better target forward that I'm going to add to my Deep Dark Desires list. I'm just going to add him to my loan list. Because he's a good player. Where did Campton Sturridge play last season? I actually don't know. I mean, I know Hamzat Kargbo left us after last year because of training facility stuff, but... Oh, really? They all rejected. All right, well, we're just going to have to hit the scouting pretty hard then. Jason Kelly. I really, really, really like this guy. Yeah, you just gave me no information. Just reduced his salary demands. All right, we're going to try and make an offer then. Yeah, we're not doing that. Sorry. Jake Rooney's received an offer from Ross County in the top level of Scottish ball, which means we're very unlikely to land that deal. That's a lot of interviewing for a 17-year-old. Danny Graham, everybody. Woo! It's always Ross County. They got their fingers in the English pie, you know. Any Borough players to come free? We're going to assess loan opportunities once the season resets. Like, once we get to July 1st, we're going to assess our loan opportunities. Because I want to get the full reputation boost before we decide which loan players are available to us and which ones aren't. So Ronnie Marine, the goalkeeper, is signed with Bristol City. That's not a surprise. We also weren't desperately married to signing him. Charlie Meadowcroft has signed a big deal with Nottingham Forest. Promise Okafor pins the final deal to go to Bath City. Daniel Yakubu. Well, aren't you interesting? Because you're so bad technically that it's actually embarrassing, but you're not like an awful player. Just have to be used in a very particular way. Bangura. Avun Fradley at Welling United. Yeah, this dude knew exactly what level he was supposed to be at. And Livingston. Oh, goodness. Multiple Scottish Premier League teams are in. Ain't that fun? Francis Okoronkwo, as we transition to working with inside forwards and such. A pickup of a guy that can take people on the dribble, that can run the wing, and provide a variety of attacking threats. And he also signing as a fringe player, the 22-year-old from Everton, joining League One side Taunton Town. He's slick. He likes to run with the ball a lot. He's got 3 different run with the ball traits. And I'm thinking inside forward off the right side for Francis Okoronkwo as he leaves Everton, having not made a senior appearance for Everton or Sunderland on a loan like 5 years ago. Francis Okoronkwo's never played a senior match of ball, so this is going to be a nice introduction to that for him. Roach on the left and Francis on the right. You're kind of thinking what I'm thinking, yeah. That'd be like a nice 4-3-3. Oh, he wants to work with such a talented group of players? He said what? Well, shucks, man. And look, it's not about that. It's about the amount of money they're asking for. He wants to leave, brother. He would like to leave the club. I'm sorry. I can't. Yeah. They're asking for way more money than they thought. I would love to sign Kelly. You need to lower the price. I'm not paying Shamrock Rovers $800,000. I like a smart player out wide. We can't. Got it. Okay, we can't even be in League One. That's not good enough for you. We got to be a championship level club. Well, give me 1 year. Okay, give me 1 year. Francisco, thank you for these 6 months. Congrats on your silver bacon, dude. Valentine, thank you for the 25 months. Dude, I feel like we've barely met. You've been here for 25 months. Quarter of 100 months subbed. That's awesome. Try again when the season takes over. Yeah, we're waiting for a little reputation boost. Although it has ticked over. Like, they are talking about us, but they're like, oh, you're in League One, you know. You need to get promoted out of League One before we're interested in talking to you. All that kind of nonsense. Dude, Mudryk is still at Shakhtar in this game. Isaac, I was going to pay you a lot more money, dude. And you were going to be... No, I wasn't. Oh, my goodness. They paid him $272,000 a year. Guess we're not signing Isaac Kolpin. Holy smokes. I was like, I always make that mistake. It's their old contract on the first page, and the second page is their new one. They're paying him $272,000 a year. Go get the bag, Isaac. Go get the bag. Yeah, I'm going to stand up. Try and recover our pride. Hello, Charlie. What do you have going on? Thanks for the content. Coming back into playing FM the first time since FM 12. Let's go. Let's freaking go. All right. That's awesome. You work from home with me every day, so I watch regularly but rarely talk. All right, Valentine. I mean, glad I could join you. Thank you for the 25 months, and congrats on the diamond bacon. I mean, sheesh, 2 years. 2 years of the work from home. I want Keon so badly. Yeah, but he's under contract until 2029. So with Keon, we get promoted, no question. He's so wasted. in that Dagenham and Redbridge team that's mid-table in the 5th tier. He reminds me of the Shaq Ford saga, where it's like, you just have to get so far above the tier that it's just obvious. Competition rankings announced. Well, where is League One? I mean, that's the real question. League One is the 42nd best league in Europe. True story. David Heaton. Kind of love his separation. He's a terrible defender, though. Really bad. Really, really a bad defensive player, but respected. Beachy just scored 2 goals for the Irish U21s. I don't know why. He was only good for us for 2 games. He was amazing. And then he was awful again. Chris Farino of St. Lucia lost a friendly to Guatemala. That's the people really want to see. Jed Spence, who is on our short list. We don't have the money, really, though, to contend for that. Burnley does, though. Hinshaw Wood getting more offers. Dang it. Yeah, we knew that was coming. I mean, he got 2 offers from the top level of Scotland, and Jake Rooney is headed there. Signed by Ross County. Defeat for us. Hello, Diamond. Hello, Diamond. Oh, my goodness. I love this guy. The agility for separation. He's not actually stupid. He's a pretty good passer. He's not a bad defensive player. I love this guy. He's very singularly footed. But I love this guy. I really do. Like, if we're looking for somebody that can play a wing on the right that isn't going to ask for a lot of playing time that we just want to pick up. He's a diamond in the rough. I hate it here. Just kidding. I love you. Non-promotion release clause. We don't need that. I will do a relegation release clause. I'll give him a nice contract. Diamond, you are so freaking awesome, man. Diamond, you are great. Max Oyadelli can play kind of everywhere. I know I said I was going to like Max Oyadelli, but I don't. I don't actually. His vision's 7. He's not a facilitator. He can win the ball sometimes. He gets forward whenever possible, runs with the ball through the center, but he's not like a physical dynamo to make that a real problem for the other team. Yeah, like anticipation is bad. Decision making is good, but he's not like a hard worker or a particularly good athlete or particularly tall. He's 12 jumping reach is fine, but that Kelly bloke is the GOAT, but too good for us. Nobody's too good for us. Come on. Potential to be a leading Skybet League One player. I'm sure he has. What shortlist do we have him on? Prim rejects, but better. Ethan Innes. That's a half-decent wing, too. So bad at defense. Holy smokes. He's no Diamond, you know? He doesn't have the balance of Diamond's game. Caleb Anson. Yeah. Yep. Yep. Yes. Correct. Oh, what? Is he part of some freaking trial day I don't know about? When's his contract expire? 2028? Why am I trialing this guy? First choice goalkeeper with a loan. They're gonna be like, what do you mean? All right. We're gonna keep an eye on him. And we will put him on Deep Dark Desires for a year. And we're gonna look to loan him because he is good. This guy is okay, but not great. Alan Casey, not good. Mentally, fine. We're going to keep track of him. We're not going to get him off our short list. David Yahya, he was supposed to be super hyped up. 5 vision, plays no defense. doesn't work particularly hard. This guy's got frustrating player that should be better than he is written all over him. David Yahia has frustrating player written all over him. I need your help. Oh, goodness. Just got knocked out of the Pizza Cup. I've gotten beaten by Man City under 21s, beat Derby, just lost on penalties to Wrexham. I mean, both went out. Goal difference for both of us, so the penalty shootout was pointless. Yes, it was. The penalty shootout, if you win it, you get 2 points, and if they lose it, they get 1 point. So that can bring everybody to a tie, and then the goal difference, like it did, you were already out going into the penalty shootout. Which is tough. Adam O'Connor doesn't really have any room to grow, so. You got that attribute distribution. Need a little room to grow. We're working our way downtown, though. We're working our way downtown. We need to get our reputation bump and see who comes available for us at that point. James Collins, another bang average goalkeeper. Why? Nobody works hard anymore. The freaking work rates are all terrible. Marley Wilson. He's got no interest at all. It's fabulous. Oh, new reports just dropped. John Whelan from Shamrock Rovers. End of contract, sure. Assuming we're just going to look at a bunch of guys in the Irish League again. Harry Kite. No. Freddie Cook from Carlisle. There we go. Now we're back in England with a guy that's 6 composure really hurts. But worth tracking. Potential backup role. Shelbourne's Stephen Reynolds. No. Dan Casey, we already looked at you. Robert Riley. No. Ethan Varian. Ethan. Ethan. In a contract. Alfie Brooks. You're better than the frickin' attributes would say. Who's recommending him to Gary Boyer? But Alfie Brooks played at one of my previous clubs as a solid goalkeeper. He is. Dave Manley. Manliest man of them all. Ilam, thank you so much for the Prime. And Nuno Ferreira, thank you for converting to the Tier 1. Caffeine, thanks for the 20 months. I appreciate that, dude. Okay, Dan, Dave, whatever your name is. Hi, how are you? Great cut. You get that done yesterday? It looks really nice. Oh, he's 6'4"? It's because he has 15 jumping reach. Oh, he can't pass at all. Oh, Davathy. Oh, Davathy. Yeah, I'll end a contract, but I'm not going to change our plans at all for that guy. Have you looked at Sebastian Cortez from Wolves? Yeah, I think he's on our list. We should go back through our list. He's on our list, and there's something I can't remember. We're like not going after him. What's wrong with Dave? Can't really pass. Hamburg just offered me a job. That's a wild job interview offer. I'm very happy where I am. We just got promoted to League One. I think we have the potential to keep climbing the football pyramid. Just bizarre. Not who I expected to be calling. Picked it up like Bristol City again? Nope. Nope. Sean Donnelly. Aren't we scouting you? Yeah, allegedly. This guy's very interesting to me. He's got North Irish youth team cap. He's got a bunch of interested clubs. He's got all of the hallmarks of a guy that could be the real deal. Well, I really love David Heaton. Like, really love. Let me compare him to Snowden then. Do you think he can do Joe Snowden's job better? Let's compare him to Snowden. Well, he is much more athletic, but Snowden's better aerially. And Snowden is a much better defensive player. Far better defensive player. And better at passing. Yeah, why would I? No. We already have good players on our team. Lloyd Williams, very hyped up. I gotta trust my eye. I trust my eye. Where is that guy? Do we move him to something else? Yeah, Burrows doesn't even want to talk to us, right? Yeah. Oh, previous breakdown and talks. Oh, yeah, okay. Cool. There was a fullback somewhere that I really loved. I need to find him. I don't know where he's gone to. He's left me. He's left me all alone. I don't know where he is. There's a fullback somewhere that we love. It's not you, but you're not bad. Who was it, man? In a contract, maybe? It wasn't Ali Uapara. Was it Zach Sturge? No. It's not been... No, it's not Ben Jackson. He's not bad defensively. Honestly, still be an improvement. Hey, Isham Daniel, thank you so much for the Prime. Cortez was under loans, but his contract was running out. Okay. Wow. Nuremberg, Regensburg, Medellin from Liga Postobon, and Ayupspor. Yeah, I mean, we're not in on that. Jamari Lindsay. Who was this guy? There was a fullback that I was like, freaking yeah. We do like Gucci. Gucci's good. Hey, what's up, Waffle? We are ripping transfers right now. Doubtful, both fullbacks. It's not in there. Deep Dark Desires. You can honestly just look at the entire list. Glatzel's a winger. We like Glatzel, Paul Glatzel. He's a good player, passes the ball well, moves well, places shots. Oh, man, I like Glatzel. Plays 1-2s. Regular starter. Get rid of training facility improvements. Didn't expect that to work. It totally did, and I'm going to eviscerate this kid. This poor child has no idea what's about to hit him. Okay, Team of the Year bonus, international cap bonus, top goal scorer bonus, relegation release clause. Boom. Glatzel, estimated cost is at 0. See, I have no idea what you could possibly fetch in the open market, but a non-promotion release clause of $150K, probably good enough, right? And then we're going to drop this like a rock down to 39. He doesn't care. That wasn't good enough. So non-promotion release clause of 80K. Drop this like a rock to 47, and we got it. So... Yeah, we're picking up wings, baby. We're picking up talented, wide players all over the place. Paul Glatzel, get in the van. Elliot Thorpe, not that guy. Ben Garrity, we love as a ball winner. I think he's fantastic. Sam Mather doesn't want to play for a League One team, which, you know, I find insulting and very not open-minded. But Giblin's also in that boat, doesn't want to play for a League One team. Okay. Turn that off for a little while. Is Cerniago and Sebia? It's got to be somebody in here. Somebody somewhere in here can play right back. Not Yakubu. I know it's not Yakubu. Charlie Carver. Not Charlie Carver. Is it Chris? We've already looked at Chris Anderson. Who was it? Definitely would want to trial you before we did this, but that leads me to believe that there are potentially other players that are harboring at least small transfer interests that are not talking to us. George Murray Jones. That's it. That's the only other guy. I did. I liked Maxi Oyedele when we first saw him. I did. But we didn't. Tobin rejected me again. Cool. Ty Barnett's going to the Gold Cup. Hey, representation. So that guy wants to talk to me and would negotiate a transfer, but he doesn't want to trial with me at all. Where George Murray Jones looks like he might just be a really solid goalkeeping option, and maybe we can get a goalkeeping option on our team that we like. Aiden Schoen, Josh Tobin. There's no way you should be rejecting a freaking trial with me, Josh. Come on. Sean Donnelly's got more of a right to that, and that's just because this guy's a freaking maniac. 16 to 20 aggression, bravery, and determination. The guy is he's a heat-seeking missile out there. Doesn't do anything once he gets there, but boy, flies around. Blue Power, thank you for the prime, dude. Maxi Oyedele. Yeah, once we saw his full attributes, I didn't like him, but initially I did. Like when we saw him screened in there. So once we get our reputation boost, hopefully other people open up. See, we're bigger than Crawley Town, so we should have a good shot at Glatzel. Who do we have offers out for? Diamond Edwards and Paul Glatzel right now. And we have signed Danny Graham. That is it. So we can get Glatzel and Diamond Edwards. Wait, Okoronkwo's joining in the first. So that's the other guy. We will have Francis Okoronkwo to join. Diamond Edwards, Oyedele, Ennis, Anson, Leglise, Alan Casey, David Yaya. Okay, Charlie Carver signed. Didn't really like him anyways. Hi. Was I surprised Stockport County hired Jim Gannon? No, not really. I don't care. They're a lucky team that finished like 7th on the XG table. They didn't deserve the league. Didn't deserve the league. I think the fullback you're looking for is at Bohemians. League One season draws near. Oh, does it now, brother? It's Jason Bruce, who I don't think was that guy because he can't go forward at all, but there he is. Callan Supple. So unathletic. And he masks it in attempting to be a target man. I'll let him go. Kane Taylor offered a contract. Dang it, I would love a guy like that, but he doesn't want to play in League One. Always. It's Alfie Lewis. No, what we can do is go to scouting priorities, and just look for somebody on Bohemian. Oh, yeah, it was Tyreek. You were so right. It was Tyreek Wilson. I'm just going to agent. Hi. We're very interested. We'd be willing to consider all. He's willing to consider all of his options. Oh, that sounds swell. Playing the contract demands. So I'd agree. We're going to go in with an offer here. have to keep his salary below 2.14 million in order to meet FFP. Well, you know what? We can do this. We can do this and bring in Tyreek Wilson from the Irish leagues. Well, first trick is negotiating this and then leveraging the future of the club on it with a, not loan back, with a 2 12 monthly installments that add up to 25. Shut up. I don't think we'll be able to negotiate a contract with him. If we can, then we have a really difficult decision to make. What is that recommended? Did you see the recommended time they just put in there? What is that? The recommended was like prospect or emergency backup. Who is in charge of this? Assist bonus 275, goal bonus 375. Okay, relegation release clause and a non-promotion release clause that is also $0, and we're going to need you to go down a lot. Oh, he dislikes me? Don't tell me it's because you're Kelly's agent. Oh my. Oh, he's Kelly's agent too. That wasn't even that bad. The club is asking for silly money, dude. You know this. The club is asking for too much money. You are aware of this fact, man. He's not even moving. I'm not paying Tyreek Wilson that much money. I mean, that right there is what I can do. Wow, that is so expensive. Holy smokes. Hey, Fierce Pierce, thank you for the 10 gifted subs. Appreciate that. Thank you for making 10 people's days, dude. We have to make the decision right now. Giblin signed. Edwards close to signing for Taunton, so we did get Diamond. We don't have to make the decision right now. We have so much extra money to spend, and he is a serious improvement. No! Oh, Cody Cox is not... He's not bad. He's just not good enough. Hard-working guy. Good... Oh... Dang it. Oh, that's the worst. Phew. Okay, I don't have to deal with that. Yeah, Cody Cox. All right, Cody. Salah Ayed Abdaim. A good shot stopper. Libya should call this guy up. There's no way they've got a better shot stopper than that. Hisham Samlali. Wow. Of course he's a pressing forward. So we kept this guy on trial as a case study because he's a half silver star. And we were just curious to see what that would look like. Some team at our level to have a half silver star. He is so impressively bad. Like, he is horrifically bad. His best physical attribute is 8. He has 12 determination and 11 teamwork, which, like, who cares? 8 composure. Everything else is below that. He has 8 first touch and everything else is below that. Hisham Samlali, what a player. We will miss him around the club. Alex Godfrey, pressing forward. No, not with those mentals. You got to learn from Marcus Sheldon. End of contract deal for, in my opinion, a fabulous winger that everybody's overlooking and a guy that can participate in excellent build-up play with his tremendous passing and his ability to control the ball and get by people in tight spaces. I think he fits exactly what we need if we're expanding our system to be able to incorporate wing players. Diamond Edwards. He doesn't even want a lot of playing time. He's on fringe player from Southampton's academy. Jed Spence is moving. Well, you know, to be fair, never thought we had a shot at him in the first place. But Mombot, I've looked this up. Please, I've got it under control. I've got it. He's an attacking central midfielder, legitimately. We could train him there. Whoa. That's the biggest. Oh, it's all these guys. We'll keep it going. The other one was Fanjay Toure, who I still don't think we can justify this. He doesn't really have any standout attributes. And yet, he is free and available. No, he's not, because we aren't going to get that work permit, so we can just let Fanjay Toure go. I responded to Mombot's message, Bruce. Any big signings today? Yeah, we've got 3 signings. Diamond Edwards, Francis Okoronkwo, and that midfielder. The takeover rumors are persisting. Sam Robinson. Dang, he was one of the guys I was excited about. Doesn't run very well. Doesn't work super hard either. He's also 17. But, I mean, we are just trying to make it work. We kick off preseason next week. We should get our reputation boost coming in right now. And Dala's got a chance to make our team. He's definitely good. Recruitment meeting. We know this is going to be a banger. Oh, squad planning? Yep, not really my thing right now. Senior squad, expiring contracts. Oko, we can't even talk to these guys because they're... We can! Oh, that's fun. Hi, Ferdinand. How are you doing? I do love Ferdinand. We'll deal with that in a sec. The fact that I opened that up, I totally thought we couldn't talk about it because he had a promise going on, but skipped player status. Attracting interest, Lee Kavanaugh. Dermy LaSala is attracting interest from Wimbledon. And on him, Lee Kavanaugh's got interest. Oluwatobi's always got interest, but he's non-contract hero. Okay, easy. Staff meeting. Hi. How are you guys doing? Talking to you. Not the staff. We did go up, yeah. We are up again. We're in the 3rd tier now. New owners, if you're not cheating, you're not trying. Yeah, any way for me to trigger the Tycoon Takeover event? That would be awesome. Danny Graham, that was the other signing. He's more of a youth guy. Not so much the main event squad player. And no, he does love being here. That's great to see. We'll get rid of these, and we will add in some of our favorite clauses. A Team of the Year bonus, and a relegation release clause at 0. Can't beat that, can you, Ferdinand? Settle Ferdinand's contract nice and early. Just go into administration. I failed to consider that as an option. Idindala. Ooh, we got Wilson, too. Oh, my God. For a 27-year-old left back whose agent hates me and will hate me even more passionately if we say no to that. The payment is delayed, right? So ideally we'll have a bunch more money by the time that half that money comes calling. P. Cool, I'm just assuming, is also bad. We kept him around on a very slight chance he'd be good. Joel and Dalla. There we go. There's an inside player off the left side that we don't hate, that moves well, that can take players on with creativity. He's not a bad goal scorer. He's got decent long shots as well. What do you want, Joel? Breakthrough prospect. Say less. Holy say less. You know, I kind of get you're demanding the 18 here. I do. I don't even have a problem with the 18. Like, honestly. Say less, Ndala. Say less. What's your opinion on Man City? Definitely a club. Delay. We get 2 delays. I've used my first. I want to use both because after we get our reputation boost from our deep FA Cup run and tremendous performance in the EFL Trophy, which obviously matters a ton for this sort of thing, we're going to be off and running. Hinchelwood was good, but he also wanted way too much money. And then there's Alfie Lewis from Dundalk. No doubt represented by the same agent. Oh, yes. I haven't ruined my relationship with all of Ireland, just part of it. Because that guy's good. Alfie Lewis, definitely good. Also frustrating that all these guys' contracts are kind of running on a different plane than ours, but whatever. Surely make an Ndala offer. I think we're going to be able to beat that. Ooh, Peterborough. Cool. Lee Kavanaugh's not unsettled by this. Give me $1 million. That's what I thought. Because right now, not a lot of hot improvements at the center back position out there. Gucci is good. We'll keep an eye on him. He's not good enough that we're jumping out of our chair to sign him. Damano Suarez. I'm surprised he's as bad as he is, but I guess it's his positioning and only 8 command of the area. Not a good athlete. Just a good shot stopper. Lee Himbling. Also, just got a hole in there. Zechariah DaCosta. See, I knew you were bad. I frickin' knew it, Zechariah. I don't want to sign a ball winner yet. Dropping a beat up in here. All right. Zachariah DaCosta, see you later. Leo Black. He's like still not bad. It's crazy that we had him in non-league as a non-contract player. He is still not bad. Galvez, God, what I would do to have a guy like that on my team. Oh, but he's going to Middlesbrough. Our senior affiliate. Might be a little lone guy at play there. A little lonation. A little lone. A little lone. A little lone. I gotta have some loans. It's time.
Just
Sven.
realized I had a Prime sub left while watching the ads, so here you go.
Nice. Thanks for the 6 months. Twitch ads undefeated. Jason Kelly, I want this guy so much. I want this guy on my team so bad. I want the entire Irish League to just join my team. I want to unsettle their, declare interest for transfer. Yeehaw. Who is my top target? Why do I have a top target declared? Is there any way for me to see who it is? Can you comment on rumors linking Tom with Kelly? Of course, he's top player. We're always interested in good players. He's a darn good player. I know for a fact he loves our club. He would totally want to play for us. Oluwasegun Lawal. That is a lot. That is certainly a lot. Richie Gillard. Holy Mother of God. He's the biggest man I've ever seen. Okay. End of contract. Deep Dark Desires. Yes. Thank you. 20 jumping reach. 20! 20 jumping reach! 2-0. 20 jumping reach, dude. 20. To the moon. Man's like a Dylan Dennis crypto. Moonbound. I like this guy too. Why is the whole Irish League great? Seriously. Every single not every, most people they bring me from the Irish League are awesome. Like the Irish League's just not, I mean, they have better players and they're paying them less. Yeah, the thing about the dude with the 20 jumping reach, he had 16 strength too and 13 heading. I mean, he is a problem. He's entirely unguardable at the level we're at. Completely and entirely unguardable. So today should be the day we turn the season over. Yes. Yes. Not Premier League level yet. That's fine. That's totally okay. We are still a little ways down here. We are not in League 2. We have, oh, come on, dude. Really? We're not even ahead of every National League team. Why are we even here, dude? What is the point of all of this? What is even going on? What is happening? Hey, Glotzel signed. We're getting deals done. Kane Taylor, who we never had a look at. Cardo Kitimbala stays a prospective loan offer. And Paul Glatzel, who's signing on to be, a fairly regular player on this team. He's got great shifty change of direction. He can pass. He can move. We're looking for well-rounded players that can do it all. Right? We're not looking for guys that are entirely dominant in one thing anymore. We've got a nice system. And this guy fits into that system to give us like maybe a little 4-2-3-1. I think we could play a brilliant 4-2-3-1 this year. Especially when you're talking about Whitaker coming right out of the middle as a shadow striker and the other two guys cutting in. We end up with like a 4-2-2 on the attacking position. Biggest overachievers. Yeah, we were expected to finish last. That's what I'm talking about. And we get a share of the domestic U21 player fund. We were awarded $4,000. Yes. Came from YouTube? What's up, Joe Fellows? Oh, you want to increase our payroll budget for scouts? I will always encourage this behavior. Yeah, I'm okay with that. Can we improve our training facilities again? We're kind of rich. No? Okay. Good talk. Need to hang on to that money then. Need to hang on to that cashola. Okay. Transfer offers out. We have Diamond Edwards, Paul Glatzel, Francis Okoronkwo, and Joel Ndala as we're adding wingers to the team, indicating a clear change in formation afoot because we've been presented with good options out wide and guys that we can sign, and I'm happy with that. Think there'd be an update to the U.S. Pyramid for F123? Probably not. Reed's a very busy guy. He's the guy that did it last year, and I don't think he's had the time this year, and that's totally fine. Ozzy, thank you for the 5 months. Check the club's reputation now. 2 stars. And that means that if we go here and we go for transfers doubtful, there should be a collection of players, and there are a few, that have now become interested. I hate that. I hate it with all of my heart that these guys are here and have signed new contracts. Why are they here? This is the important question. Because they must be yeeted into the sun with the fury of 1,000 suns. Segun Omokachi. Oh. Oh. Segun Omokachi. Maybe. A little bit. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Something like that. You make this game look so easy. Dude, it drives me up a wall, too. It's like chess, man. There's no actual mastering of this game going on. It's like survival. Ndala is a good pickup. There's no way Kean Coleman's that good. Like, there's just no way. I don't believe it. Trial with me right now, Kean. I don't believe it. Sebastian Cortez, you're not even interested in playing for me. Why would you say that? Why? Because I haven't ticked the thing. That's why. That makes a lot of sense. Never mind. Tommy Reed. That's a good goalkeeper, I think. Maybe we should be... Oh, he's dumb. Oh, dang it. I remember looking at him before, actually. He's dumb. Aw, and the crowd groans. And then they realized he was dumb. Leaving it a free transfer. Yeah, Mohamedou, maybe you should have signed for me. You went to Nuneaton Town and did just nothing for the last 3 years, man. Where were you playing? 6th division? I was offering you contracts and a part of my heart and soul, and you said no. I need more offensive. Aliou Apara might be who we go for. But he's just no nonsense. A little no nonsense. Throws himself into challenges. Very brave. Glad to see we're getting a new keeper after Bycroft well and truly did not save us in the last game. Yeah, Bycroft wasn't good, was he? But we do need to stop here. I know this is a little shorter than we typically go, but I have, and this is exciting, a doctor's appointment. Everything's okay. I just haven't been in a while. So it has been scheduled. That is what Mombot was reminding me about. So I'm going to go stay healthy. Yeah. But I have to do it whenever they have the opening. So little checkup. Is that exciting? Oh, super. We're going to raid somebody, though, so stick around for that. Next stream will be Thursday. We dropped a new video this morning. It was very fun. If you happen to miss that one stream, then you will have no idea what it's about. But it's me starting a transfer rumor. And, yeah. That's it. It is I created a transfer rumor, and it blew up. And it did, and it was fun. Turn your head and go, sorry, gotta go to the doctor's office. Back in the day, that would have gotten you tackled in public. I don't miss that. Because I often cough, like clear my throat, whatever. And I'd be on the subway wearing a mask and everything, like prime time COVID. And I would cough and everybody would be like, and I'd be like, I swear to whatever deity you need, I was just clearing my throat. One of those. Like, all right. Whatever, dude. Let's find who we're raiding. Hold on. Let's find somebody fun to raid. Hold on just a darn tootin' second. All right. English. And I'm looking. Bro, playing under Football Manager says FIFA Career Mode is his title. Da, da, da. I'm looking for somebody we just haven't rated. Somebody that won't see it coming, that we're just kind of... Yeah, here we go. Got one. Hook, line, and sinker. We got a great copy pasta going as well. We ride. So this person, right, they have 6 followers, right? So they literally just started streaming. So very important that after we spam and create a bunch of hype, a few of you, like, break off while everybody else is spamming and, like, Zealand raid, and we are raiding, just in case they don't know what a raid is. Because the first time I got raided, I didn't know what a raid was, and I thought I was being, like, spam hated or whatever. Is the stream ending? Yeah. Yeah, it is. It's ending right now. I'm sorry. And so, that is important to do. Let them know what's happening. How'd you get into streaming? How's the save going, right? And just generally behave yourselves, because you're going to be moderating yourself. There's no way there's going to be a moderation team in place to handle like 1,051 people just arriving. So behave yourselves, have a good time, and let's go make somebody's day. All right. Thank you, guys. It means the world to have all of you be here when we do these streams. I'm aware that we couldn't do this without every single one of you, and it means a lot. And high five. And I appreciate all the subs, the gifted subs, and best community on Twitch. Freaking awesome. We have so many fun things in the works. In having the passion and the ambition to change the direction of the YouTube channel comes from you guys. So thank you. I'll see you on Thursday. Enjoy the video. Bye. All right. Word of the day, brother. Word of the day. It is acquiesce. A-C-Q-U-I-E-S-C-E. Acquiesce is to accept, agree, or allow something to happen by staying silent or by not arguing. The word is somewhat formal and is often used with in or to. Eventually, the professor acquiesced to the students' request to have the seminar's final class be a potluck lunch. It's a cool word. See you at the end of another stream for another word of the day. Forgot what it was called. Nice.